the mic is on.
It is on like Donkey Kong.
Did you list the link, brother?
It will come up on YouTube here in a second.
Just need to do it on Facebook real quick.
It is live on Facebook right now.
Which means everybody can hear this entire conversation.
Everyone can hear it. All right, everybody. Welcome to another Monday Night Madness. Tonight we've got Joey Smith and Michael Pope duking it out. Mike's giving up 3 games to Joey. Say hello, everybody.
Hey, what's up?
What up?
Thank you for joining us.
They're going to get started here in the booth. You're going to have the wonderful Kenneth Juarez.
Well, thank you, sir. That's a wonderful compliment.
Going to be an interesting
course.
match. Mike
course.
Pope blindfolded, one hand behind his back. They're getting him strapped up now.
On the table over there, you've got my new BK Rush that Joey has given me. Or at least I've been trying to get him to give me for months.
How do you get someone to give you a cue? I usually have to buy them off.
Hi, brother, man.
You take it.
Oh,
So what is
well, I guess it's just sitting there.
So it's going to be on the Piazza's live channel. So you can just go share that post.
Oh,
Yep.
Well, you can also send the link. If you go to the.
All right, everybody. This is 8-ball race to 11. Mike Pope's given up 3 games. Travis Buxton, he will not. I have tried many times. That's all right. So who won the flip? Buxton, you should be here commentating with Kenneth. I don't know why you're not here. Yeah, go ahead. Shit. I don't know how much help it would get, but hopefully just a little Velcro. Yeah.
That's nifty. I'm gonna keep this on here.
I'm not a pool player anymore. Travis, I didn't know you were, buddy.
Shots fired.
I thought me and you were doing the next Monday night
Oh, have they broke already?
SmackDown. I believe they have, yes.
All right. Game 1. Let's go. Well, I'm excited for this because I'm genuinely curious. I haven't seen Joey play too much, but I want to know how many times he's going to break and run versus Pope.
Or if there'll be any.
Well, and this is kind of where I'm on the fence about this, right? I know Pope can break and run. Out of 11 games that he needs to win, at least 2 of those racks.
Okay.
I'll give him the benefit of at least 2, which is why I think a 3-game spot is fair, right?
Yeah.
With that said, the pressure of being in a money match or on the live stream,
Yeah.
there tends to be less breaking runs.
There
Doesn't
is.
matter how good you are.
Yep.
And so
I agree, but you know what? I think both of these guys have done a lot of these. Joey is our current reigning champion with Palm in the Friday Night Fight series, right?
yeah.
So
he knows the pressure.
based on Fargo alone, obviously Mike's got a big edge,
Right.
but we'll see. I don't know. I don't watch Joey actually play enough by himself. I watch him mostly play Scotch doubles.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many of his match by himself. Obviously, as everybody knows by now, I talk about it every time. I've been partners with Pope forever, so I play with a dude every Tuesday and Wednesday, at least 2 to 3 times a week, just
Yeah.
one-on-one matches or whatever small races we're doing. So
One thing I do know, Buxton, that makes a good point. He says Fargo says it should be a 11-6 match, giving
Yeah.
up 5 games. So,
that would be brutal. And I'm wondering if that's in that hot category.
well, I think that makes him a favorite if it's 11. So Joey's an underdog here,
Yeah.
but then again, he is still at the table here.
Yeah, he was on a break and run tear there. He just when he made the 4, just bumped the 3 and got in the way a little bit. He's gonna play safe, try to just leave it close to the rail.
One thing I know, an easy way, if you are an underdog and you're playing somebody that you know can run out on you, the worst thing you can do is not be able to get out when you've got one ball left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That
Yep.
is the absolute worst thing you can do.
And with someone like Pope, he's gonna take full advantage of it. He might look at 1 or 2 balls. He could play safe here. He's probably gonna bump to 13 and just put it on the other side of that 8 ball and 12 and try to let him figure it out from there.
And Buxton's doing the math here. That is a big difference, 132 points.
Bob Rhodes saying, "Let's go, Mr. Pope." Now, if Joey can jump, I don't know if Joey can jump. If he can jump, I
definitely
believe
can.
that 3 ball. It's hard to tell. On the right side of the screen, it looks like it may pass. On the left side of the screen, maybe not so much. It might be real thin. You could jump to a bank. That might be a little hard.
One thing here, I don't think he did, but he's got to really
He's kicking at it.
get this high in the air.
Oh no, he is jumping it.
Yeah.
Right over it. And that's kind of the, I think, result Pope was looking for. So I can get ball in hand here, try to solve. What does he want to look at here? Because the 12 balls locked up behind the 8. Or is that the 12 on the left side?
No, I think that's the 12 above the 8.
Nope,
right?
that's the 10.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
the 10.
that's 10. Yeah.
Oh, okay. 10.
So here's how I see Pope's run out potentially. If he takes that 10
Into the
first,
side.
takes the 10 first. Okay, so if he's going to go that way, takes the 10 across, then shoots the 12, probably run a little forward, go to the 13, play off the rail, then 11, 9, 15. I think he might save the 15 for last.
No preference.
Just to kind of leave himself above the pocket. Now, if he gets funky out of shape here, because he's going to bump the 9 here.
It's going to be an interesting
Just
match.
brushed
One
it.
thing I know about Joey is, he just keeps fighting. I've watched him play so much in the Scotch doubles. Never looks nervous. He always looks real calm. Even in the Friday Night Fight series,
Yeah.
he may miss a few balls, but he's always real calm.
I mean, when you have a partner like Palm can hype you up. Make
That's
sure you're
true.
never down in the dumps. I mean, Palm's a very good security blanket to have behind you. If you you make a mistake, he's going to tell you, like, hey, shake it off. Let's just get back at it. Let's do it again. Whatever the case may be. And that's kind of what I figured Pope would do, is try to solve all the balls down there and leave the 15 for last. That'll get him a better angle to get shape onto the 8, just kind of stay above table. He doesn't have to do anything too tricky.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to play with the rails too much. He lived himself good.
It's always nice in 8-ball when you can work in zones.
Yep.
Like, I'm going to take these little balls here in this pocket or in this area and in this area.
Right.
Makes it a lot easier. You don't have to move the cue ball as much.
Well, kind of like what we were just, kind of what you said to start the match is, when you get down to the last ball, the last thing you want to do is not be able to get out with
Yep.
one ball on the table because, like we just saw, Pope played it safe. Oh, no.
That's
Oh, no.
exactly what Joey needed.
Pope, don't do that. Take your time, buddy.
It's easy to do on those 8, 9 ball. Playing
Yeah.
9 ball on the 9 or playing 8 ball.
Yeah.
8. It's a good.
Wow.
I don't know if you.
I was not expecting that. See, and this is where I would tell Pope, I'd hype him up a little bit and be like, slow down. Focus on the 8, dude. All you got to do is make this 8 and win the game. We know he's capable of making that shot, but he takes it for granted, or just his stroke on the 8 ball sometimes can be a little bit faster. His stroke on the 8 ball can be a little bit faster than all his other shots.
Yep.
At times, not every time, but at times.
So it is alternate break. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning, everybody. So the alternate break, I think, helps even a little bit out with Joey. I mean, he's still an underdog, but it definitely helps, right? Like you don't want somebody putting a package, and I don't know what Pope's capable of in that regard, but
I've seen him put a 2-pack up. I think he's once done a 3-pack, but oh no, he scratched to the side.
Look at how the ball's all lined up. It's crazy.
Yeah,
just right in the line.
I will say for everything right now, I'd say is in Joey's favor. He's still the underdog, like you said.
Right.
But everything's in Joey's favor. I mean, the alternate break is in Joey's favor. The 3-game spot's in Joey's favor. So, I mean, Joey's up 1-0, so really it's an 11-7 race now.
Yep.
I mean, you forget about that first game, and all of a sudden now it's a 4-game spot. And whenever you're spotting somebody, that first game is crucial.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because that can set the mood, your entire mood for the rest of the evening. Obviously depending on the type of player you are.
Yep.
Right? If you let your emotions get the better of you go down 1-0 and you're already spotting someone 3 games.
It can really mess with you.
Let's see what Joey does here.
So do you know I mean, I just found out about this last night. How did this come about? Do you know?
So they came up with it while me and Krishna were playing our Monday Night Madness. Pope was in the booth, so it's funny we've come full circle here. Pope's in the booth while I'm out there shooting, and
I gotcha.
Yeah, they talked about it. Joey said, "Hey, dude, me and you should play," and then they set up the match right there on the stream.
That's awesome.
So,
I want more of these Monday Night Madness, SmackDown, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
I want a lot more of these, and I was telling them before the match, like you almost never on the Piazza stream see people giving up games. Everyone's always playing even, and I mean the ability to give spots, I think, can open up a whole new list of people that are going to be willing to play these.
Yeah.
I
mean, I got a couple people have asked me to play, so I got a couple potentially coming up soon. To play.
I think he got a little fortunate here.
Yeah, he did.
I can't tell. That 7 might go on the side. If so, he might be able to.
It might go on the side. I don't.
Got to be super
He's
careful.
got to throw it here. He's putting a bunch of left on it.
Yeah, not to push the 3 too far up.
Yeah.
That's good. He hit that really good. And I don't know. I can't really tell here. I don't think that
the 2 might go.
The 4, I'm looking at it here.
Or is it the 4?
Outside
that is the 4. Yeah. I think the 4 might go. If he can get the spin on it, or even just play it off the 1, he might do a carom here.
Yeah, he might. I think that's exactly what he's looking
No,
at.
he's looking to play it direct.
Man, that's gonna be.
That's tough. You're running into this 2 first. In which case, you might just pull off a carom anyway.
The other thing I worry about too is if you miss and you get. All right, so he hit that okay, but you don't want to get that 1 ball down there by that 15-12 area, and then now you don't have any way to get it out of there. Oh man, Chris Bierman saying, Kenneth, we need a rematch at some point.
Hold up. He called you out first. He's up here. Bierman called you out, Johnny. You and me.
You and me, Bierman? Okay, I'd do it. Let's do it.
I'll commentate on that one.
Yeah.
Dave says, not out of the realm for a 460 player to play like a solid 500 and run a rack or 2. Yeah.
I agree, Dave.
Absolutely.
I would play Bierman on this.
I mean, it kind of depends. It really depends on what side of that 500 line you're on, right? There are 500s who are good players, just not runners. They're just really good at defense.
Yep.
And then there are 500s who will run a rack or 2, but their defense may be lacking. Right? To get above that 500, to get to that 525, even 550 realm, you got to have a little bit of both.
And the key thing for someone like if you're Joey, you're sitting at a 460 Fargo, your opponent's 132 points higher than you. Like one of the big things you have to realize is, hey, he's 132 points higher than me. I need to just play my game, not worry about what he's going to do, because if I do, he can easily run away with this match. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, there's a huge possibility that if you make a few mistakes, Pope can get pretty far ahead.
Yeah.
Right? And so, I'm not saying you have to be super careful. Just play your game.
Yeah.
Um,
And you're right, Beerman. We do need a rematch at some point. I definitely agree with you there. So Pope's in a little bit of pickle here. If the 3 ball wasn't there, I'd say shoot this 5 into the 10 ball, make it, and try to leave your opponent hooked behind your set of balls right there.
tell you what, he cut that real good.
Yeah, he did. But did he sell out? I mean,
The 15 does not. I mean, he cannot make the 15 there.
no. But Joey has the 10 ball sitting in this corner. That's your duck. I mean, that's you left that there. The whole purpose is just in case this happens.
Just don't get hooked here.
Just don't get too squirrely.
He's all right.
He got close.
Yeah.
So
He's fine.
now you're gonna make this 11-15 come. I'm putting bottom right English come out just a little bit above the 12 ball. Maybe even run into the 12 ball. You just want to make sure you hit it hard enough to let it squirt out like that. But
Yeah.
hit it a little flat, just a little bit.
So Pope's got to do some thinking here because this 5 and this 1 looks like only going one pocket. The right side pockets. So-
Not necessarily. I mean, here's the thing: you take care of one of those balls. If you make the 5 in the side, if you get the cue ball towards the 8, you make the 5 in the side. That opens it up, right? Then that one ball has a little more opportunity. Oh, we did not want to miss that one.
But weirdly enough, this could put pressure on Joey here because he's been given 2 opportunities in this rack. So he may
I
feel
think this
he
is
has to get
I
out.
think this is his third opportunity.
His third opportunity. Okay, so
Yeah.
Dave Shelton safe, not a bad idea at that point.
Yeah.
He chose to go for it. Pope's an aggressive player.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying he doesn't play safe, but he is pretty aggressive.
Pope looks like he's kicking himself a little bit over there.
Yeah, can't get a negative attitude.
Nope. You cannot get down on your luck this early in a match. Granted, I get now the pressure's on Pope because, Joey gets out here, it's 2-0. That's a 11-6 race now.
And that's where that's where Travis brought up that's what Fargo says.
Yeah. So maybe Buxton gets what he wants. An 11-6 race.
Also, you at this point, if you're Joey, your confidence is just building. You know what I mean?
Right. You need to find if you're Pope, you gotta find a way to stop it. Stop the bleeding, because all of a sudden, start to let this game get away from you.
And to Dave's point, like a 460 with confidence can easily play at a 500, 525, whatever speed. They know how to play.
Right. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's a matter of, is Pope going to get that break and run tonight?
Yeah.
Or
a couple.
I like I said, I put him on getting at least 2, but everything all depends on his confidence level.
Yep.
Is he down in the dumps, or is he going to turn that frown upside down and go, all right, dude, let's get this going?
Turn that frown upside down.
Hey, yo, I'm using it.
I like that. Oh, man, that's another scratch. Yeah, you're right, Dave.
Slow the pace of someone getting into a groove. I feel, yep.
You're right. That's a good way to slow somebody down if they're a momentum player.
Yeah.
Make them think a bunch, and all of a sudden their momentum's gone.
Yeah. Because if you have somebody running, 3, 4, 5 balls at a time, playing safe, you're gonna force them to force the kick, force a jump, whatever the case may be. Take them out of that habit there. So they are doing ball in hand in the kitchen. That puts a scratch on the brakes.
Yes, they are.
So they clarified that with me before the match. So
Right.
So he's going to try to take this 4 on the side. All right, roll it up. Perfect. Got shape on the 1. Try to roll maybe forward a little bit. Bump the 12 a hair just so you can see the 2. And if you can't see the 2, if you bump it enough, you can see the 7 for sure.
My only worry is, what are you doing about the 5? I mean, if you can see the 3 here and you can roll across, I might.
See, I'm not taking the 3 here. I'm not doing it just yet.
I don't want to leave it too long.
No, you're right. And I kind of my problem is if you take the three now, let's say you bump the five, but what if you end up underneath the stripes? You have no balls on this side of the table to bail you out.
Yep. Yep.
That's where it gets risky. If I had a ball either near the side pocket over here on the right or even the bottom right corner, maybe. Or if I had a third ball down towards the short rail, I might go for that 3-5, three, then break out the five. Kind of just swap one ball for another there.
I was gonna say one thing you could do is roll to the rail, and you could have shot the six, back cut it a little bit. You would have went right into that 15-5.
Yeah.
And at that point, you still have the three. Yeah, it might be a bank, but I mean, it was kind of an out. All right, but you still got a shot here.
Just taking the two in the side. Try to roll up. See this, and this is where he's going to try to take the three to the five.
Might have to bank
And I
the
like this
six.
because you moved one of his balls that was kind of in your way from earlier out of the way. So now that six is wide open for you to take.
That's true.
So even if you were to, make this three and get underneath, somehow find a way to get in between the 15 and the 10 that's on the rail, and just slide the cue ball past it, you still got the six.
I would
He's
just,
taking this.
if I was, you just want to make sure at this point that you can get out, because otherwise you're taking all your balls away.
Yeah. Not a bad move. I'd prefer to take the three first into the five.
Yep.
Over leave that.
Six first, better position on three. Yeah, you're probably right. Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah, I agree. He wasn't great on it there.
Yeah.
So, Joey's got a difficult table here, right? I mean,
I don't think it's horrible. Here's why. The only ball that's your problem ball right now is the 15. The 13 comes all the way down the table, goes past the 14. Your 11 goes past the 3. Your 11 even then goes into the both side pockets.
and I think just the hard part from here is just getting to where you can connect the dots on those balls.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you shoot this, if you go for towards the 10 ball, as long as you leave yourself off the rail towards the 6, this is where I'm putting draw, right? Get yourself the stun.
Oh, even better.
Oh, did
Now
you
you
get on
can
the
see
15?
Yeah,
You
you
can see the 15?
Yep, that was a great shot.
Wow. I
By
thought he
Joey.
needed more angle. I was going to say, if you can get an angle on the
What's up, Roland?
10 ball, you can break out that 15, no problem.
Yep.
What's up, Roland?
I like. Oh,
You know what?
Man.
I think Dave's right. There's a little fire there. That was
That was a
For
good
the-
shot.
yeah.
He did miss the next one, but he had a great shot there.
my bad.
I'll tell you what, he has now made it a little bit difficult for Pope. 15 balls blocking the pocket for the three.
Yeah.
You can bank it, obviously.
You know what I don't mind here is if you can see the left side of this 3, play the 3 soft into the rail, make the 15 leave the cue ball. The 3 ball then blocks, hopefully, the 14, the 13. You can't make the 10 ball in the
Yeah.
other corner.
Yeah.
You have to do something with it.
Yeah, you have to be super soft.
But it all depends on
Coming off the
can
three.
he see the left side.
He cannot.
He's gonna put some left English on it, try to spin it into it. Nope, he's making it.
Yeah, I didn't think he had an angle to bank it.
See,
At the six.
I'm not too fond of that. Maybe make your 6, push the 5 into the 6, make the 6, and then try to go after the 3 and leave that cue ball there. Just leave the 5 ball in the pocket.
Now, are you trying to shoot the 13 here to try to get over for the 10 or 12? I think. 12. I can't.
I think it's
remember.
a 10 ball.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
you
putting
need
a lot of
you,
right on
yeah,
it. I
you
don't
need
know.
to you need to find something here. Did he get there?
I think he did. Yeah.
I think he did too.
Yeah, you can see it.
So shoot the 10 to the 13. Now the tricky part is, I mean, maybe not so tricky, right? You come across the table, but is getting from your last ball, which is all the way at the other end of the rail.
Oh wow.
But getting from your last ball on this rail over here back onto the left side of the table for the 8 ball. He's going to put a little draw on this, make the 3 and the 6 at the same time.
Yep.
I knew that was coming. Make the 5. He's going to use a lot of bottom right here. Come out 2 rails, the short rail and then the long rail on the right side. Try to come above towards that side pocket. Just like that. That was a little close there.
It is, but I believe he's about to get on the board here. All right.
There it is. All
Get
right.
it down.
Pope's on the board.
Hopefully he's not thinking any longer about that first 8-ball he shot.
Yep. It's a nice out indeed.
Roland, what's up, buddy? All right, 2-1.
That's definitely not where you want to be. Your head space.
No,
Take the swing and run with it.
Well, he definitely looks to be in a more positive mood now.
Yeah. He's still kind of in the middle about it. I mean, he's talking to Joey about a shot he should have done, a shot he shouldn't have done, and you know, I don't mind that every now and then. But when you're already negatively thinking, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't even talk about it. You talk about that after the match or something.
Yep. Don't think about it. Put it out of your mind. You've still got a whole match to play.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it's still early. It's only 2-1. Granted, it's the 3-game spot that's huge. Right now, it's 5-1 in the race to 11.
You're right. 5-1. Oh, you and Chris Breath rolling? All right, that'd be awesome.
Roland, when are we gonna play? He called me out a couple of weeks ago, so I've been wanting to plan one with him.
Maria Parker saying good luck, Joey Smith. We're all wishing luck to Joey here.
Yeah, Dave, you're absolutely right. 2-1 is really different than 3-0. You know, I came into the booth 2 Saturdays ago, I think, for the ladies tournament. And me and Robbie were talking about this. He was talking about at what point do you change your game up?
Yeah.
Right? At what point in a match do you say, I need to change this or that? Whatever it is, your stroke, your stance, something. You start playing more defense or get more aggressive.
Yep.
And I said, if you're ever down 3 games, especially 3-0 to start, that's when you start changing something. If you're playing aggressive, start getting a little more defensive. If you're playing too many defenses, start getting a little more aggressive. And you can totally shift the momentum of the game just by switching that one thing.
Yeah, well, it flips your mindset from, oh man, how did I get here, to okay, I've got a new challenge now. I've got a new thing to think about. You know, anything to get your mind off the mistakes you just made or your opponent fluking something in. Just you got to find something to get past it.
I just think that 3-game spot is crucial.
Yeah.
You know, or that 3-game difference in any match. Doesn't matter what match you're in. If you're playing 5-2, you know, if you're down 3-0, 4-1, whatever it is.
Yep.
Whereas Aaron Harrelix says, you got to bear down.
Bear down. Buy a shirt.
Buy a shirt. Bear down and buy a shirt. Well, and if you win me next game, 3 games on the wire. That's tough. I was thinking maybe 2. Maybe 2. You've been getting better, man.
Got to give the nuts, man. Got to give 5 games.
11-6.
11-6.
As Buxton would say.
11-6. This is a tough layout for Pope. And I think he looks like he's about to fall into the trap, too, of being a little too aggressive.
2 works. There we go. Yeah.
8-ball's tough in that regard.
I don't like taking this 4-ball yet.
I don't either.
And it worked out. Okay.
Oh, Dave, on the wire just basically means if we're doing a race to 5, I give you 2 on the wire. It means you go to 3, I go to 5.
Yeah, it's just the game spot, basically. So it took me a minute to kind of figure that out.
Yeah.
I didn't really understood what on the wire meant. But then I thought, okay, if you think
they used to have the
old
ball
school,
counters.
old school ball counters on top of the tables above the lights or wherever they are.
And I don't have a picture. I mean, I've got pictures. I'll show.
If I give you 2 on the wire, that means I'm moving your games up 2 spots, and now we're playing an even race to whatever we're playing.
These are coming to Piazzas here in the next week or 2.
Oh.
So on the wire.
I like
We're
that.
getting ball counters above all the tables. They're going to be awesome.
Travis Buxton has given crazy spots before. He gave me a whole 1-game spot. How crazy is that? He says I need to spot him too.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is the last time he messaged me like 2 weeks ago, he wanted me to give him a spot. What?
You're too good, man.
What? Oh my god! I mean, 3 games I lose.
Your Fargo does not reflect what you're doing. You've been training with all these professional players and
No.
everything. Sorry, I gotta ruin your secrets here.
No.
Now I'm curious, does this 8-ball go on the side?
Yes.
If it does,
it goes in the top. I don't know about the side, but it definitely goes in the corner.
it might go past. Actually, I think it does go past the 10. I think he's gonna go for the 8 in the side. Yep, he just called the side.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, I think it does go.
See, Bierman knows that's the stupidest thing ever.
It's hilarious. Just past the 10, and that's 2-2.
So that was a good shot.
Did you give me 3? I don't remember you giving me 3.
Was that a break and run?
You know,
I don't remember shooting in that game.
I don't think he did. Or did Joey break?
No, Pope won the last game. So, yeah, Buxton is a funny man. You're right.
Oh yeah,
Bierman.
no, but yeah, okay, yeah. So it would have been.
That was a break and run, right?
That was a break and run. All right,
I
counter.
think so.
One
Yeah.
break and run for
One
Pope.
break and run. There you go. No, okay. Brendan says it was not. He gave him 1. What do you mean, Brendan? Oh, he gave him 1 chance? I'm not sure.
He might have. We were talking a little too much.
We were talking a little.
We were a little
too much.
distracted.
Well, in fairness, we were talking about the match.
That's true.
That was
Okay,
an
so,
amazing break
so it looks
there
like
by
maybe it
Joey.
wasn't a break and run. Brennan
Yeah.
says that he gave Joey 1 chance. And
Okay. That makes sense. All right. So if you're Joey here, I guess you got to go for solids.
yeah, he's gonna try to make this 8-ball past the 8. It's sneaky. That pocket's big. You know, if you hit the rail first, you hit the 8-ball goes in. What a shot! Nice shot. That's a tough shot. I'm gonna give a little fire to that one. That is a tough shot.
It is alternate break, but Pope broke last. He broke the last game, I believe, didn't he?
Oh, rattled
Yeah,
it
'cause
and
Joey
it
just
still
broke.
fell.
So these aren't new cloth. All the other tables are brand new.
I saw that. I saw that they got done yesterday, I believe.
Yep. So everything's ready for the Stevie Chan in a few weeks. I don't know if 1 and 2 are getting refelted because they got refelted 2 months ago.
Not even. They got
Yeah.
felted maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, not long ago at all. All right.
I kind of like the cloth on that one though. It grabs. So when you want to draw a shot,
The 860 HR. Yeah, it's great cloth.
yeah, you
Good shot by Joey.
it's
Oh,
soft,
man.
just a bit soft.
No reason to try to hold it there.
No. That put Pope in an
Well,
interesting
I mean,
predicament
look
here.
at his 11's.
Right. The 11's in a
situation.
tough spot. The 10's in a tough spot.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing Pope, he's going to try to get somewhere towards the 8, the cue ball somewhere towards the 8-ball, and use the 10, follow it in with the 3. I think if he gets to that point, it's going to come down to that.
It's a great shot.
He might try to do it here. You just roll up on this, get yourself in position
What
for
are
the
you trying to
10-3.
do for the 14 here? 'Cause the 14 and the 10 are tough, right?
I think the 14 actually might sneak past the 8, just by a hair. If not, you can actually play it off the rail a little bit
Yeah.
and kind of sneak it in there.
Yeah.
If anything, you block the pocket from the 8. So I do foresee that happening.
Mike broke dry. Oh, Joe had one. I got you. Thank you,
Gotcha.
Brendan. All right, so I don't know because this honestly this 10 ball is the real situation.
That's what I think. If the 14 does go past the 8-ball, I like leaving the cue ball over there. You take the 10, call that top right corner, and follow the 3 in.
It's an option.
I mean, the 3 ball's out
With the
far
way
enough.
the
You can hit it
three-bar-
pretty. You can
Three
hit it
ball is
pretty.
though, you could knock the 10 out and leave him straight in on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Leave him straight in.
It did go, and he pushed the 8 ball aside.
And that 11 ball is going to be tough now.
Yeah.
And the 10. Let's see what he's got here.
Well,
Yeah, nice table
could,
run. You're right, Dave.
You could almost use the 11, make the 3, and just leave the 11 in the pocket. I'm not a fan of it per se, because again, that follow shot is there if you do that. There's also an opportunity, there's a chance you might leave it outside the pocket where you don't want it. So it's a risky kind of two-way shot. You call it to follow it. If it doesn't follow, you might come out of the pocket.
For everybody watching here, please go to our YouTube channel. It's in the top right corner. Like and subscribe. Our goal this year is still try to get as many YouTube subscribers as we can. Once we get to 1,000, we can start monetizing the stream. All that money will go into upgrading equipment, upgrading the cloth on these tables more often, all of that sort of good stuff. So please like and subscribe. Go to our YouTube channel. Please share the stream. All right, so the tough situation for Pope here is there's not a lot of good safety opportunities.
Well, here's what he's going to try. He's going to hit. Oh, maybe not. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all.
Well, I think he got real good here.
I don't know if he can barely see the backside of this too. If he can, he could go other to the left side. If he can't see the full ball, if you hit a bunch of right on this, you could actually call the 3 ball, make the 3. If not, you can call the 2 as a bank shot with some right English on it.
Yeah, so I don't think he can. I mean, he can probably make the 2 off the 4. It looks like what he's looking to do.
I think he's looking to make the 4.
Man, I don't know. Okay.
Or he's trying to play the bank. Is he going to call the 3?
It looks like he is lining up the combo. Oof.
Call the 4. That's risky. You got the 8 too close to the pocket.
What's up, Dio? So, yeah, I mean, and that's a shot, right? Like, you can definitely try to shoot this combo in. If you make it, you win.
Yeah.
You know? If you miss it, though,
there's a lot that can go
cue
wrong,
ball's
which
going-
is why I don't like it.
yeah, well, no, the 13 ball would definitely be makeable. And where you're going to be leaving the cue ball, you're just leaving a run out. For
Yeah. I think you can see enough of this 2 ball. You can put bottom right English and hit as far to the right of the 2 as you can and call the 3. Call the 3.
Oh, that worked out pretty good.
That did
actually.
not hurt him at all.
No, that was
Well,
not bad.
I take it back. It can hurt him depending on how this 10 ends up.
I mean, but if you're Joey and you're looking at like, man, Pope's been running out, table run on the last rack, right? As Brennan said, you have just a little bit of pressure off, knowing that 10 ball is in a spot where there's not a lot of balls Pope can shoot at to break it out.
Yeah.
There's not much left on the table.
Well, yeah, this is tough no matter what Pope does. I mean, you got to go for the 11 all the way down the table. Get that ball out of there. But
He's going to do it now. He's going to rip at it right now.
But then what are you doing? I mean, depending on where this cue ball lands, you may not have a shot on the 13. You hit that
He did not get that good. All right. So now if you're Joey, you're sitting there going, well,
If I'm Joe and I'm not playing the 6-3 yet, play the safe, push the 4 towards the rail or something. Do something here.
yeah, man, ideally you could shoot at the 2 ball and hit the 13
Yeah, hit the
And,
13 in, call it.
and hopefully just push it to the rail or make it even better.
It looks like what he's doing. Or he might just try to leave it on.
He went for a cut. And I'll tell you what, if he would have hit a little bit harder, that would have been
Yeah, that would have been a really good shot.
Yeah.
Looks like Dio's saying that Pope's going to get this one. Now, Dio, are you talking about the set or just this game? I'm assuming you're meaning the set. See, that's what I thought he was going to do originally. I don't know if that it leaked out enough. I don't know if that 6-ball might go past. That's tough. That's close. 6 might pass. Now, I might just take this opportunity, use the 6 and make the 11.
Well,
and here, this is why I don't like that, is because your 4-ball's still messed up.
I definitely don't want to make.
I want to make this 11, no matter what.
Yeah, I want to make the 11. I do not want to make my ball.
That's where I didn't like it, because yes, you do have.
It's actually not a bad spot, because if you end up getting an opportunity where you can shoot the 6 into the top right, there's a good chance you're gonna be able to knock the 4 up table. Or down
Yes,
table,
but if you're Pope, you're leaving this cue ball. He's not gonna make a ball. You're gonna probably hit the 13. I would not look at this 10. I wouldn't do it.
I think what he's thinking is that if he can get underneath the 10 and just knock it up table and stop the rock, Joey's not really got a shot.
Well, he called the ball, so it doesn't sound like he's trying to necessarily play full save here.
Oh, that was an interesting shot.
Well, interesting shot choice for Joey. He's going to go in the side here.
Yeah, you can easily loop around to make the 4 here.
Oh, did he get a good?
He's all right.
Yeah, he hit that pretty solid.
That's not a bad shot at all.
I thought he was going to get pretty lucky here and bump the 4, actually widening out the angle.
Boy, that would have been primo. But he's all right. This is not a hard shot.
What a shot! What a shot! I'm gonna give good fire there for just the combination of that right there. Now the 8-ball is on the rail, so he's gonna have to hit this pretty good. And there it is. All right.
All right, 3-2. 3-2.
3-2, Joey over Pope, which again, now it's a 5-9 race.
Yeah. I'm glad you're doing the math, because I couldn't do that.
I don't have to. It's right there at the bottom.
Okay. I was just thinking.
I did do the math in my head, and then I looked down. I'm like, oh, it's right there at the bottom.
It's the evening. I have no math abilities. All right. That was a great shot by Joey. I'm not sure what Pope was doing. I like the idea of kicking the 10 out and just stopping the rock.
Yeah.
Because Joey didn't really have anything at that point. I don't know.
That's one where I would have just kicked the 13 on the left side of the cue ball and brought it to the left. Pope's up to break.
He's driving.
All right, so it looks like a dry break for Pope there.
I told him whatever he needs up.
And let's see if see what Joey can do here. It's a tough rack for both stripes and solids here, so. Pope broke dry.
Yeah, but man, 8-ball on a bar table, it's the best game. You get these just crazy layouts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't know, that 11-ball, 13-ball little.
Yeah, you got the 11, 9, and 13 all in there. But your 12-ball's sitting pretty in the pocket there.
It is. There's just not really many avenues to,
Yeah, there's
to
not
do anything.
there's
with
not
those
much room to
balls.
break it out.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go for the shot, you do want to give yourself an angle for it. That is not. If you can see it, it might be a good angle.
He can see the 12, but getting back and hitting this 13, 9, 11 situation.
You need
here.
some bottom here.
I'll tell you what though, I'm looking outside the booth, and that 9-13 might go. Oh wow! Look
What
at
a
that!
shot!
What a shot by Joey Smith. Let's get some fire. All right, what a shot. I don't know. I think, if he goes for it here, I hope he doesn't try to rip it. He is gonna miss it. All right.
Well, it's a little scary if he tries to rip this. Where that 8-ball's sitting, because that 11 ball is going to come up off of the 4, bump the 8. That 8 ball is going to be traveling towards that pocket there. I hope he went forward with it.
He did. He did. He can. If he hits this good, he'll come right back into that 4-3.
I think the angle's a little off.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, no, I think the angle's off. I think he's going to come. If he tries to draw this, he's going to come back towards the 7. Yep.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what. This is that situation we talked about at the beginning. You never want to be in.
Right. Because if Pope does what he did, except for make the 8 ball this time,
Yeah.
That's where you get yourself in trouble. I do like the breakout attempt, but as soon as that 11's still stuck in there,
he's getting spotted 3 games. He's getting spotted 3 games. Yep.
all right. So I see the out for Pope. He's gonna make the 1, come up above the 3, make the 3 in the corner, and try to either wrap around 2 rails to get out towards the center of the table. Give him the option on the 7.
Got a little high here to go
Yeah.
for the 3. You can shoot it, but
Yeah, I'm probably not taking it just yet, because right now your 3 ball's blocking the that bottom left or that top left corner. Take the 6 here.
I mean, if you're Pope, you're kind of freewheeling at this point because your opponent doesn't have much.
Right.
If you miss,
As long as you leave the cue ball on this bottom right-hand corner of the table. I mean, because that 11 ball either goes in the side or it goes in the top right corner.
Yep.
So I got the score marked right over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
6-2. Yep.
He might play safe.
Yeah, I don't know because there's not. He must have a plan. I haven't seen him really think about how he's getting to the 3 ball. That was good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep. That's why he played the safe. Force Joey to take the kick somewhere. Try to break up that pile a little bit more. Give Pope that cleaner out so he doesn't have to force himself onto that half of the table.
Can he shoot to the long rail here? He cannot.
Nope. Not unless you throw a bunch of right English on it.
Yeah.
And even then, you're probably aiming at the side
I don't
pocket
like
there.
that. First. Tell you what, you just made the 3
A little more interesting.
a little more interesting, but I believe, with the 4 in the pocket there, as long as Pope can shoot it, I would shoot it now.
Pope's probably going to draw this back. No, looks like he's putting some top on it. Just roll it forward.
Yeah.
Try to take the 7 all the way down to the 2.
Okay. I wasn't sure if they were touching each other or not. Right, pretty simple outcome here.
Because I don't see Pope trying to hold this cue ball for the side. He's probably going to take it all the way down, come off the rail. Oh, he did try to hold it. That's not
He held it. It's all right.
Yeah, it looks like you can see the top side of it. So,
yeah.
Oh, actually, you can see a good majority of the ball.
Yeah, you can see it.
Come across 1-2. Nope, he held that one too. Man, he likes to hold the ball.
Yeah.
Like, in place. I'm coming across 2 rails. Maybe that's just me. Because I used to try to hold balls, and I always overrun them.
Yeah, I agree. And if you notice, Pope is really interesting when he tries to hold balls. He actually decelerates.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. Most
Yeah.
people would miss by a mile if they did that, but he must have been doing it his whole career.
Just how he plays. It's a stroke.
Yeah.
It's a stroke.
It's his stroke. Yeah.
All right, so Pope tied it up 3-3. We're back to that 3-game spot.
It's Joey's break.
Yep.
I call Joey the raffle king. I've never seen somebody win so many raffles. We were in Vegas
I've
in
won quite a
February,
few. Yeah.
and they had this big raffle out there, and I was like, I knew Joey was going to win it because he bought a ticket, and of course he won it.
All it takes is one ticket.
Yeah,
Man, get that man to buy a lottery ticket.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I want to get in a lottery pool with that guy, and
yeah, I know.
we'll split the winnings on that one. About to go ask Joey what's his top 5 favorite numbers between 1 and 73,
1 and
76,
yeah.
or whatever it is, and by chance, what's your just 1 through 35 favorite number?
Melanie says he does and never wins. Let's just be the raffles. All right, Pope. I think he's gonna have to go rail first at this little bit. Oh, he's going with this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Kind of what I thought
All
he
right.
was gonna
So
do.
what's the situation here? I mean, everything looks like it goes if the.
I think the 4 ball goes underneath the 13.
Yeah, the 4 ball goes. So just don't do anything crazy.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, you're right, Melanie. See what he's trying to just come back.
He's
with a
going.
2 ball.
He's probably gonna come.
He does like holding the
Yep,
ball.
he tried to hold it.
Yeah.
I don't think he hit a rail.
No, it didn't.
See, and that's where the holding the ball gets you in trouble.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not only that, but he had this huge. I forgot to get this thing going tonight. But he anywhere here he had a good shot on both the 2
Or
and the
the
3.
three.
You know, no reason to hold it.
That's kind of what I thought he was going to go for, is actually play it off the rail once, come back up. If he has shape on the 2, goes for the 2. If not,
Yep.
then he gives himself that option for the 3, like you just said.
Yep. All right. What's his plan here?
Good question.
I mean, it does look like this is a very runnable rack. I can't tell if the
14 goes. The 15, I don't
15,
see.
14, I don't think it goes.
Yeah. I don't see the 15 going anywhere unless you play the combo.
But you've got the 13 there. You know, like you can obviously make the 13 and just come straight up.
Yeah.
And you have the 14-9 there, you know, to either play safe.
Now, if you're Joey, are you trying to run this rack right now?
Yeah. You definitely should. You know, if you got an opportunity with the, I wouldn't say this is an easy layout, but with an E0 layout, you definitely should. You didn't take a lot of time. All right. Not the worst. What's he doing here? So the 14 went. Oh no, he's looking up table at the 11. All right.
Yeah, I feel like the 14 doesn't go. But you know what, though? Now they knocked the 13 out of the way.
Yeah, no.
He could actually slow roll this 11 and then take the 15 to the top right corner, breaking out the 14.
Yeah, but this rack just got a lot more.
He's going to hit a little bit harder, come back down table for the 10 or the 12 ball. No, he drew it back.
Oh, I see.
So is he looking at the 10 now?
And it's really tight.
I think it goes. But yeah, you're right. It is tight. But I think it goes pretty clean. That's not what he wanted.
Yeah, and see, I thought on
think-
that last shot, shooting the 15, if it went, would be the shot because.
Yeah, you break out your 14.
Yep, you break out everything.
Now
right
you're
there.
really playing on how well you can control this cue ball and your speed. See, and that's where you get yourself in trouble. You can make the 15 all you want,
Yeah.
but the 14's still a problem.
Now the question is, can you thin off this 14 and bring it underneath the 9? I mean, that's the shot if you can do
I
it.
forgot about the 9. For some reason, I was thinking that was the 1 ball.
Oh yeah, that's the 9. I mean, I think that's
Yeah.
yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, you can, but
I mean,
it's tougher than it.
the problem is you cut this, you're probably looking at a scratch. If not, because you can stun off of this a little bit and probably hit close to that 3rd diamond near the side on the bottom half of the table.
Yeah, I think I'm still thinning off the 14 here, and maybe hit it a little fuller to push the 7.
Push 7 up against a 9.
Yeah, or just push it to the rail.
You called the 15.
All right.
I like that. That and see that's what we're talking about is playing your defense at the right time.
Yeah.
See, the scratch was there. So, if you're Pope,
The 7 goes, the 4 goes, everything's open.
if you're Pope, probably playing this 3-ball soft. Just put it on just the right side of the 8. Play the 3-ball soft, come into the rail, make the 4, make the 7. Then you're just working backwards. 4 or 2, whatever that is. 2-ball, 5-ball, and then take the 8 back into the top left corner.
Yeah. It looks like he is taking the 3 first.
Yep. He's going to play it a little bit soft. He's going to try to roll this in pocket speed, come off the rail, use the rail to soften the speed a little bit. Just like that. You roll this forward. Make sure you look at your angle for the 7. Roll this forward, play the 7, and then you're going to play the 2, 5, 8. I think as long as Pope can get good shape here,
Yeah.
he just has to draw this back a hair. Don't want to overdraw this. He's jacked up a little bit. Draw this back up a hair.
Oh man.
Ooh boy.
Oh. Titty hooked himself.
That's why I said draw it back a hair.
Yeah.
How far on this rail is it? That is
He's pretty
locked
far.
on there.
Yeah. Yeah. He's looking at it hard. I mean, this is an opportunity here if he can't capitalize.
If he can see the 2, clip of the 2, he could call on the 5-ball. He's going to try to clip this 2. Going to try to draw out of it. He's probably going to bump this 8 if he doesn't hit too good.
Oh man, don't make the 8. Oh, okay. This ended up not bad.
No, not bad at all.
I mean, I think the 15 still go. No, it doesn't. Wow. All right, that worked out for Pope here.
Yep. But like I said,
I mean, that was some immense luck.
you do not, you don't want to overdraw that 7 ball. You just need a little bit of a draw. He's all
right.
That's also not where Joey wanted to be, though.
No, he's definitely not because I mean, you would want to shoot the 15 there.
Yeah, I would have slow rolled that 14 in the pocket. You take the 9 in the top right corner and you slow roll that ball forward. That gives you the 15 straight down.
Where the 5's at, though, I think what I'm trying to do is just roll the
cue ball against the rail.
cue ball to the rail.
I don't know, because, Pope, he's going to make that cut shot. Doesn't matter how steep it is.
So what are you doing here? I mean, I don't think that was a bad decision by Joey because you're right. I mean, Pope could have made that shot all day.
Well, Joey could be looking at a safe here. Play the 15 into the short rail and just leave it hooked on the 8 ball.
Yeah, put it underneath the 8. That's actually not a bad choice at all. Just light speed.
It at least guarantees you one more inning.
Yes. Yep. See what
Now, if Joey can't sneak this 15 just past the 8 and, put a lot of left English on it, make sure that 15 really slides on that rail, he could make it.
Just slow speed.
Nope.
No.
Didn't quite get
That's
there.
not what you wanted. And that's why you shouldn't have went for the make. You definitely should have went to hit the rail.
You go to play the safe.
You can't be that aggressive.
Yep. So Pope's going to play this 2-ball top left corner, come out one rail, give himself a good angle on the 5.
Oof, man.
I could see Pope taking this 2 rails. He's going to come back and forth. Nope, he's holding it.
He does love to hold it and get real close to that side pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really surprised Joey tried to make that ball. I mean, I don't even know if it was makeable.
All right. Pope takes his first lead of the evening. Still down 2 games. It's
Yep.
a 3-game spot. I just want to reiterate that every time just because,
Give us the math here. How many games we got?
Pope needs 7, Joey needs 5.
Thank you.
So Pope still down 2 games. He's kind of re-looking at that where that cue ball landed, showing Joey like he had nothing, man. What's up, Adam? I got the wonderful Johnny Becker
Johnny Beck
in the booth
What's up,
with me.
Adam?
Thought I'd give you the proper introduction that
The
you
proper-
deserve.
Actually, recently people have been saying I'm the mayor because I may or may not make it. Scooter started that.
Of course, Scooter would. Dude, Scooter's got the best one-liners.
Yeah, he does.
He tells the best jokes by far of any person I met.
Well, no. So Eugene called me the mayor, and then Scooter just instantly came up with that. And
Really, dude, he's so good at that.
He is. I think he has a whole booklet of dad jokes.
Oh, I'm sure he he's sitting on the toilet reading it for a good 30 minutes every day.
He must be on a million emailing lists. Stop hyping up Scoot. Sorry, Bierman. We got to. All right, you got some good one-liners too, Jeff.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
You think Scoot? I think we should have a competition between the two.
little Monday Night Madness, just Scooter and Jeff going at it with one-liners.
Yep,
I'll stream that.
His head is big enough.
Fair enough.
Oh, that was a good
All
break
right.
by
Pope
Pope.
got a great break. Good spread here. That 9 ball is trickling towards that side. I like stripes here.
Yeah, I like stripes all day. You got one little
The
issue
14
there,
is probably your biggest issue.
but you can. I mean, you can
The
get to
solids
that
are
right rail.
so much more
right
spread
long
out.
rail. I'd watch the podcast. Yeah, you're right. But if you took, let's say you took solids here, what's your issue? There isn't really one, is there?
No, the 3 ball. I don't think,
I think
that
the 3 goes right
I
now.
don't think the 3 goes.
Oh, you're right. It does not.
So he's gonna take this 10 ball, play it soft, try to leave him a good angle on the 9 ball. Try and think of what he could do here. Does he want to take the
He's hitting
15
this
now?
9 way too full to get over. To the
No,
right,
he
to the right long rail.
he doesn't want to. He wants to play it soft, come above the 1, leave himself a bit of a back cut on the 11 to come around the table, try to knock
Yeah.
the 14. Oh, he got
Yeah,
straight
a
on
little
it.
straight. That's okay. He's got the 13.
He's got the
still.
13. He's probably looking at playing a stop shot to give himself a good angle for the 13 with follow, break out the 6 if anything. If not, he could try to hit the 14.
Yeah, see, I think you want to be pretty precise on where you put this cue ball.
Yeah, I'd play
Like
the
a
stop shot
13.
because I want to hit this 14. I don't want to touch the 6. I'd rather move the
See, I like to
14.
get underneath the 13 a little. Yeah, like that. I want to be a little
There you go.
underneath
Okay,
it,
yeah.
so I can just go right into, 14.
See, the problem with taking the 9 ball now, or had earlier, is now you don't have a duck.
Yeah.
So if you hit this 14, it sneaks around the 3. Missed it.
Why do you hit it so hard? If you hit it hard, it was always going to.
Yeah, he has a second chance at it. I think that 15 goes in the side past the 3.
Oh, it must have been a bad.
He's got a second chance
Yeah,
at it.
he's got a good chance here.
And he could hit this full. Hits it right. He hits it full. It's the 6.
Perfect.
Ah.
Well, that's tough.
It's a bank in the side. Past the 8. It might trickle in. That 8 ball's
Yeah.
a big ball there.
Not only that, just as we said at the beginning of the match, I don't care if you're a 460 or a 600. If you leave your opponent all their balls wide open, and you have one on the table, they are the favorite no matter what.
Pope might get crazy. He's either going to try to bank this or he's going to try to cut this all the way. He's going to bank it. See, you want to hit this flat, but with a lot of left English. Let the right English carry that ball into the pocket. Yeah, that was always the problem.
So you got to get good on the 1 here, but you got the 4 to roll up on it.
So, yeah. That's where that 8 ball can become pretty big, because if you hit the 8 ball, that's going to push the cue ball out towards the center of the table versus the angle that you really want. Left himself good on this 1 ball here.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you do the 3. I would leave the. I like going 3, 4, 1, 6, and then come up for the 7.
Now this is a problem too, right? This is not an easy shot. It's straight in shot, but it's on the rail.
Yeah,
and that gets into people's minds, especially being a lower ranked player. Maybe not for Joey. I haven't seen Joey play too often, but if you rattle this, you sell out because you're gonna draw this. Oh, he scratched.
Yeah, I definitely didn't want to draw back there.
No.
All right. There's a little bit of thinking to be done here because it looks like the 8 doesn't go in the left side. It goes in the right side. So you can certainly draw back here, but
I wouldn't mind actually leaving yourself a little bit of an angle on this 14, taking in the top left corner, draw back into the 4 ball, pushing the 8 out. You just got to make sure that it goes into your favor. You want to brush this 4 out of the way.
I do like just rolling forward here. If that wasn't new cloth, that ball would not have went.
Nope, he came too far. He wanted to make sure he gave himself an angle on the side.
Yeah, he's fine. And again, that was just
He's
that
cutting in top
little
right
bit
corner.
from Joey thinking about, like, how do I connect these dots?
What a shot.
I did not see that one coming. That's some fire right there.
Yeah, that was a nice shot by Pope there.
It's a heck of a shot.
Pope's over here saying, why can't he do it easy? Well, because you're you, Pope. I know you're going to rewatch this match anyway, so I'll talk to you directly. It's because you're you.
Man.
I was not expecting him to fire it like that, but because I was worried, kind of like what almost happened is the scratch in the bottom left corner.
Yeah. I mean, did it not go in the right side?
It didn't know. No, because you had to give yourself an angle behind the 4 to cut it into the side. Otherwise, you run into that risk of, I might hit this 4 ball. Because if you come above it, then you're angling yourself into the corner versus outside the corner. To cut
What we
it.
got to work on this stream is getting a good replay system set up.
Yeah.
Not like the one we had before.
That was a hold my beer
not good.
shot. You gonna throw this? Yep. Watch.
Bang.
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 That was a great play-by-play, Dave.
Yeah.
Like it. Well, let's see what Joey can
Tell you
do.
what.
Scratched on the brake
He's
again.
getting a great spread. He's just smashing the brake. Just he keeps drawing it back.
Yeah. Just light. He can do the same break. Just move your cue up.
Yep.
Half a tip. And
And
you're
if you
gonna
feel like you're
gonna
constantly drawing it back, just act like you're gonna do forward. And then,
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So if you're Pope here, what are you looking
I
at?
was actually just about to ask you the same thing.
I like solids.
I like solids. Your only problem really is the 6 ball.
Yeah, the 6
And the
goes.
6 goes. So the 3-7 can be a little tricky just from a shape perspective.
And I think I'm definitely trying to get.
Play the 2.
I'm
Come off
he's
the
going
rail.
for the side on the 6th.
Is he going to try to roll this forward?
No, because the 5's there.
That's
Right?
what I thought.
It's a thinker. I'm not sure what he was
So
thinking.
back cut the 6. Again, this is talking about that inside-outside angle on those corners.
Yeah.
This is what he was trying to do with the 8. Give himself that back cut so that he can make it without hitting the 4 ball in the previous rack.
Hit it good.
Okay, great. Oh, that 1 ball got a little squirrely.
I think the 3 goes clean though. So
3 goes, but then what? Because that 15 is now
Well,
a
you got
problem. So he almost has to go for the combo here just to push his balls forward.
do
And I
not
get
like
it.
the
I
combo.
don't like it either.
Yeah.
But that's probably his best chance at an out from this spot.
It looks like he
Because
just make the 3 and come back.
well, because you're on the outside of the 3, so you're not going to knock into those balls anyway, even if you tried.
All right, he hit it good.
Just hit a little hard, but he has the 5. He has the 5. He actually has good shape to cheat this pocket and draw back underneath the 11.
Yeah.
He's playing the 5 ball to the bottom side of that pocket. Just like that.
Hit it good.
Now he's going to play the 3 ball, come across one rail, leave himself with a 1. He's on the rail, so I'm assuming that's really all he's got. If he tries to go for this 1, he has to wrap it around. The 10 ball's right there. It can get weird.
Yep.
I like taking the 3 because you're going to give yourself a shot on the 1 unless you somehow hook yourself behind the 11, in which case you might scratch at that point. Yep, just like that.
Hit it good.
Yep. Play a little top left English. Keep bringing that cue ball straight up down the table to the center of the table. Try to make the 8 ball in the bottom right corner. If you overrun it, then you still got the side pocket. Just like that.
Oh, I think he's fine. I don't think he's tree topped.
Nope.
Yep, he can just hit it.
He's just going to float this in.
Hit it good.
All right. So now we're at 5 games apiece.
We're at 5, and if you're Joey, you've got to be really thinking about how can I slow this momentum? Because you can already see Pope getting on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
And when he played Eugene last, I don't know if you remember.
Yep.
But once he got on that roll, I mean, he was like a freight train.
Yeah, it's hard to stop him.
It's hard to stop him, right? And everybody knows that about Pope. Once you get him in his groove, he's tough to stop.
Yep.
So if you're Joey, you've got to be thinking, what do I do? And I think Dave mentioned it earlier, play some safes where Pope's really got to think.
Yep.
If he misses 1 or 2 kicks and gives ball in hand, like, he may start to think, oh, man, what am I doing? Why is this going wrong for me?
Well, this is the problem for Joey right now. He's got to think, my break cost me now 2 racks.
3.
3. Okay, 3 racks. So that's your 3-game spot.
Yep.
Now, the way to mathematically think about that is think you have a 3-game spot. You have 3 games to make mistakes before it's even. Your 3-game mistake can either cost you the match or bring you right to where you want him. Kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that.
So, because if you're playing an even race, doesn't matter who you are, you got to think, I can't make a mistake.
Yeah.
If you have that 3-game spot, you give yourself a little bit of a cushion. You're allowed to make a mistake here and there, and that's okay. You cannot just make 4 mistakes, for instance. You know what I mean?
Take your time on your break, I think, from now on.
Yep.
Joey has gotten fortunate. Mike Pope broke dry. Honestly, the solids, they're a little tough, but I think that's kind of what you gotta go with here. The cool thing is I think the 3 ball
solid to stripe. Dave says solid to stripe. I'm trying to think.
Well, I mean, you can shoot the 11, 12, is that? But, or 11-10, but I don't know if it goes. Like, if you're gonna,
you got to really thin this 10 ball. Which, if you make it good, I mean, you're gonna knock the 5 out of there. I don't like it either. I'm probably not going for the shot
unless it's a lot deceiving us a little bit.
Yeah, that's why. If you run it to 11, you're gonna push it towards the ground.
Yeah, I thought that was a low percentage shot.
Now, if you're Pope, if you take solids, you might be out. You might be. If you take stripes, the 15 is the hairy one because I don't think it goes past the 7. So I think the 15 only one pocket it goes to is to the top. I'm sorry, the left side pocket.
If you shoot the 15 now, if it goes,
I don't think it goes. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't think it goes past the 7 there. If it does go, I'm taking that all day.
Boy, that's still. I'm not sure. I think it does.
He's taking the 2 ball. He likes the solids more. He's gonna come around 2-3 rails maybe. 2.
Speeds everything here. Oh,
sorry.
And he hit it pretty good. You can see the 3.
But do you like taking the 3 now? He's cutting this 5.
Well, I kind of like taking the 3. I'm crazy.
Well, you can slow roll this, bump the 3, get it out of there. See, now Pope's making it difficult on himself.
Yeah,
Now. I mean,
I
you're
don't
not
know.
really giving yourself a good angle to get out anymore. You got to back cut the 7 now. I mean,
Not only that, the
everything's kind of a
4-6
back cut.
is tough. You
The
gotta
4
get
goes in
good.
the side. It goes past the 15
As long
into
as
the
you
side.
get good position on it,
Yep.
All right, this is a chance for Joey. Everything's in the open. I don't know what just happened.
I don't know either.
Um,
The lights just went out in the booth.
they just turned red. Wait, pass me the phone. Can you see it? I have no idea. It's just like warning us about something. What's the deal?
I don't know. Battery's going dead. Blue's a nice look.
I don't like this one. What do you
Yeah,
think?
teal looks good. I like teal. Let's keep it.
That'll work.
All right, so sorry, let's catch back up here. What is the race needed to follow the 9? We missed the shot. The lights went out in the booth. Sorry, guys. The race is 11-8. Mike Pope over Joey Smith. It's 6-3 right now. They both need 5 to win.
So we must have missed it here, but I thought getting on that 15 was the most crucial. I'm not sure what his plan is here for that.
Well, and this is where things go from a lower ranked perspective. And again, I'm not trying to talk necessarily about Joey and his game in particular, but it's just a matter of how you view the table.
Yeah.
Are you trying to break that 15 out right away, or can you save it to a point where you can break it out, or you're going to have a shot on it, wherever whatever that shot may be. But you have to work your way. It's a puzzle. You got to build your way to that point. But if you don't have a plan and you just start putting pieces in random spots, going, I can make this ball, I can make that ball, that's where you get yourself in trouble.
That combo was sketch. Got it through. Got it. So we missed that whole thing, Jeff. Sorry. We had the lights go out in here. Or they turned red. I don't know what the deal with
Yeah,
that.
that was. We had bright lighting, and the next thing it just went red. So he's going to try to go for this combo, maybe 15-13 combo. He's shooting at the 6. Is that a strike? Oh, he's jumping.
Jump.
He's jumping. Oh, I did not see that.
And I think
it was a good hit.
it was a good hit. Yeah,
Okay.
I do believe so. I mean, it wasn't the worst result.
No, but if you're Pope now, you're taking this 4 ball, try to break out your 6 a little more. And you still have a shot on the 3. If you don't get shape on the 6, you got a shot on the 3 or the 1.
See, now you're letting Pope get that confidence.
Yep.
You got to slow it down.
Right.
If you're Joe, you got to slow that confidence down.
So what's your out here? Are you going 3, 6, 7, 1, 8?
Just because of the way the 7 is.
I'm probably taking the 3, drawing back, taking the 7 next.
That's just the one I want to shoot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The 7, and I think like now you could roll forward, shoot the 6 in the side, 1, 8.
Yep.
I mean, you don't have to.
I think Pope's going to try to put a little bit of follow on those, come out 1 rail to the 7. I mean, the thing is, too.
I like the 1 down there just because they like. Let's say you take the 1 now, you roll forward for the 7, and you don't roll forward, or you roll forward too far, right?
Right.
And now it's like now I've got to work some magic to get the cue ball around past that
Right.
12 ball. I don't like that.
See, I wouldn't mind taking the 7 now and drawing back, but the 15's there, so the cue ball could get a little weird. So you want to make sure you hit this with a good draw, but not too hard, because the 15's going to double kiss the cue ball out of there.
I agree, Jeff. 7 now. Take the 7. But
I think Pope's looking at Pope's trying to look at getting straighter on the 7, so he can draw clean back from it versus bumping the 15 and having the cue ball squirt out past the 6 or whatever.
Okay, so you think he's going to draw back here?
Yeah, he's he's definitely drawing back
Yeah,
here
yeah.
because he's got a cleaner draw from further away.
So now
he's going to play one rail out. He's going to get dangerously close to that side pocket, but he's going to play one rail out, try to get to the center of the table.
Not only that, he's going to have a little bit tougher cut on the 8. Makeable.
Well, I think as long as he gets past the halfway mark on the table, if he gets anywhere on this right side of the table, he's good. Just like that.
Perfect.
Gave himself a great angle.
Yeah, perfect. They're playing for $1,000, Bob.
That brings Pope up to 7-3. Pope is now technically in the lead.
Yes, he is.
First time.
Yep. 7-6 technically. So I asked them actually before we started the match if they wanted me to just start Joey off at 3 and do a race to 11 altogether. They chose to just make his race to 8. I think sometimes that's a little confusing, right?
Yeah.
Like I would prefer just giving the 3 games at the beginning, and then that way you always know where everyone's at.
Well,
but it's their choice.
It's confusing to people, say, who don't watch the Friday Night Fights. If you're just an average watcher of pool, so next to their name, just for those who don't know, next to their name on the scoreboard here on the screen here is their Fargo, and then next to them, the parentheses is the race or the games they have to win to win. So Joey says 8, Pope says 11. So some people don't know that.
That's true. Yeah.
So
some people don't know. It's alternate break, Jeff. Yes.
Looks like Joey broke dry.
So one thing we can say, besides that one table run, I mean, Joey's had chances every rack. So if you're him, and he actually doesn't look stressed. I think I mentioned at the beginning, like he always looks calm.
Yeah.
So if you're him right now, you're just thinking, well, I can still do this.
Right.
Yes, I gave up my 3-game spot here. You want to try to stay 3 games ahead always.
Right.
But he can still win.
It's fine print on a small phone. Get a bigger phone, Jeff.
Yeah. Adam Burke can help you. He's got the nice foldable. Actually, Bob Sewell has one of those foldables too.
Does he?
Yeah. Thought about getting one. All right. Joey's going to take solids.
Try to get a good bump on the 15. Don't think he can see the 7. He can see the 6 going into the side. At that point, I'm probably drawing this back a little bit and taking the 3 outside as well.
It's touchy position there for sure. If you're trying to draw back for the 3.
I think you got a good angle to do it. You're going to bump the 11.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely do it. Just don't overdo it. Don't underdo it.
I mean, that's your one way of getting that 3 ball out of
does
there.
that 3 go on the side?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah,
no,
definitely.
You draw back and try to leave yourself for the 3. Yeah. I would not be rolling this cue ball forward at all. Just like that, you're going to be high pointing a little bit.
I agree. But also, if you look, I believe the 8 does not go currently.
Yep.
So the 7 ball is going to have to be where all your magic happens at this point.
Yeah. Now again, for Joey, this is where this is the part of slowing Pope down. Where do you want to play safe?
I would probably don't take any more balls off the table.
Right. I might like to play safe on this 4 ball. Your 1 ball is probably not going to go anywhere, and even if it does, I mean, you have 2 options. You make this 4, you're either going to leave yourself a bank to the side pocket, or you're going to, in this case, a bank to the bottom right corner. Or if he had done it a little softer, he would have had to cut all the way up. Problem is, there's no promising shot here. So it looks like he's going to try to play safe here, duck behind the 13. I think he might bump the 13.
I think he's going to bump it a little bit.
Oh, played it perfect.
And he locked to the 13.
You know what?
Get some fire for
There's
that
some
shot.
fire for that.
Yep. Not only that, if it's frozen, Pope's got to push through this to the rail. It was a good save. I'm not sure what the plan is after this. I mean, that 8 ball is still trouble.
Well, here's the thing. So
an opportunity.
if Pope pushes the 13 towards the one. He's going to bump the one, pushing the one closer.
Yep.
And giving Joey some avenue to get to the 7. The 7 can break out the 8. The 7 goes in either bottom or either top pocket up there. I'm always used to calling that the bottom. It's
The bottom,
backwards
yeah.
and
No, actually, I do that a lot too. Yeah, yeah.
But if he plays it the other way, he's got a potential for a scratch.
All right. Here, you want my phone? You go slow mo.
So,
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. All right. Kenneth's going to do a hit watch here. Easier bank to corner with spin. I don't know, Dave. That's a hard shot. All right. I'm not sure what Pope's thinking here. I'm sure he's got a plan. He's calling it in the side. Well, it was, I would assume, a good hit. With the recent Sky Woodward controversy, I do wonder, in a lot of leagues, you can do the 45 degrees, and as long as you're doing that, you can push through. But since we have a ref in these streamed matches, I wonder if we allow that or not. I'll have to ask her.
So, fun fact about that shot right there: the balls were not frozen. There was the smallest of a gap between the two balls, but he played it good. Only stroked the cue ball one time during that stroke. Hit it good.
Interesting. They were not frozen.
So this becomes a little interesting for Joey here. You could be aggressive. Bank the one ball into that corner what he just called and bring the cue ball up. Try to get just through that traffic. You're going to be blasting it, but try to get through the traffic to get to the 7 ball.
Oh.
Not a horrible lead.
Hit it okay.
Now, Pope does have... It's funny, they got 5 balls straight in the line down there. But Pope's got the 13. He might... Oh, he's shooting the 11. He's got the 11 in the side as well. You might see him come off one rail, come back up. Now, this is where this will get interesting, because he shoots the 12 into the top right corner. He's going to bump the 15, which will push the 10 ball towards the 8 ball. Missed it, but he missed it good. I mean, if you're going to miss, miss good.
And where are you playing safe here? If you're Joe, I mean, he's getting right down. He must have a plan.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. I don't like that at all, because you're leaving the cue ball above everything. I'm bumping the left side of the 7 and leaving the cue ball on the rail, because you leave everything tough for Pope. I mean,
that was touchy though, because he was pretty far away from the 7.
Yeah.
You'd have to hit it at a really good speed to get it on the rail.
Makes the 1. Actually, he gave himself a good angle to make the 12 right now and come back out. Maybe he can hit the 15. If you're Pope, you make the 12, come up to the 15.
13 here. Try to get around to the 12 where I can.
But here's what I see. You make the 12. Yeah, he's gonna bump it now. But if you make the 12 now, you come back out. Okay, I didn't see that one coming per se. I like what I like doing is make the 12 come out above the balls, and then you push the 15 towards the rail or even off the rail, and leave the cue ball on the 10 ball.
Yeah.
Then Joey may have a shot on the 1, or you lock him up good, and then he has to kick at it from somewhere, breaking up all the other balls. Yep, Adam, that's what I was saying there.
I'm going to try to lock to the 8, I would assume.
And also, Jeff, that's what I was saying there.
All right, not bad.
Nope, he might left him a sliver of the 7 ball, but
I'll tell you what,
if she hit it good, it's a scratch shot.
A decent safe here if you can kick and hit the
7.
Hit the 7 good.
A little kick and stick.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a really, from there, a difficult angle.
If he's going to try to skim this 1 ball.
He called it in the side.
Did he call it inside?
Or he called it in the corner.
Nope, he didn't.
Oh, no, he called it in the side.
He called it in the side. Right. Good call.
Right. So, this shot here is the classic. Wait, hold on. 13. Man, he's off a little bit. It's too bad. I was gonna say that would be the classic kick and stick shot. So what do you do?
Oh, you need to see the fully behind the ball in order to get that.
Oh yeah, you
English
just gotta
stick.
swerve a little bit there. So when you come off the rail, you'd be coming off at an angle at the 7. So
Yeah,
you're most definitely pushing the cue ball to the right.
yeah.
You know,
It's gonna score it out, bump the
yeah, it's
A.
gonna
then-
squirt out. Yep, no matter what. So
I mean, best play, thin this 7. If you can see just the slightest bit of the 7, thin the 7, and try to bring the cue ball off the rail and back into the 7.
if you can even see a thinnest margin of the 7, kick and stick. If not, I don't know.
I don't.
Hey,
think
he's
it's-
looking at the kick and stick.
Yeah. Well, no, he's looking at the kick.
You know what? I wonder if you can just kick underneath it, and if you hit the 7 good enough, you can roll the cue ball forward
Stick it
and
on
just
the
get
8.
just get underneath that 12, 11 area. You know,
Yeah.
make it tough for Pope. At least you're not selling out
Yeah.
completely.
See, the problem is that
I don't know.
because of the distance, you not only have to hit the cue ball at the right speed, you have to come off the rail at the right speed for
Yeah.
the cue ball to stop. At the same time, have the 7 come all the way back down the table and hit the rail. Otherwise, it's going to be ball in hand.
Yeah, well, luckily with those, you don't have to hit them very hard. You know, that 7 just wants to go
Right.
forward.
I just don't think that 7 goes by the 11 there, which is what he's looking at the most.
Is he looking at trying to kick it up table?
Yeah.
See, that's aggressive. I don't
Right.
know.
If you really want to be aggressive, you put a bunch of right English on it,
Uh-huh.
hit just a touch of the right side of the 7 ball, and call that top left corner. You come bank it, kick bank.
That would be a 6 shot. And all right. Honestly, I mean,
That's not horrible.
that's not horrible.
I think he can still make the 10.
Good evening, Manny.
He can make this 10 ball. Oh yeah, it goes into the other corner anyway.
Yeah.
But the question is, does he want to break out the 8 now? I agree, Jeff. I think aggressive pool is more fun to watch. It is frustrating as a player because you want to be aggressive and then you miss a shot and then you're getting down on yourself for missing the aggressive shot and going, "Well, I should have just played safe."
I think there's a difference between being aggressive and just like burning your money.
Right.
You know.
Did he sneak just past the 8 ball?
No, I don't think you can get a good angle. I don't think he's got a good angle here.
Well, take your medicine and take the 11 in the side. Come up one rail.
And you know what you could do here.
Play safe.
You could play safe. I mean, I probably wouldn't.
Fire. Is that a fire shot? Then how thin was that cut down the rail?
I don't think it was that bad.
He might try to throw this into the pocket. He's putting a lot of left on it. That's good.
Not the worst outcome.
Nope. Now
it's a kick and stick.
Now would be the perfect time for the kick and stick.
And then you can do it. You can do it.
I mean,
Just straight top.
all of his.
Bam.
Well, from what I understand, you want to put the inside English.
Just the top spin. Because have you ever hit it really hard with top into the rail and
Yeah,
you notice
and
how it
that's
just
the,
stops? It's the same idea when it comes back
Okay.
and hits that ball, it just stops it on a dime.
See, I was watching a video about this, and because I was trying to learn it myself, and from what I remember, is if you put the bottom inside English, that's how I normally get it to stick. You put bottom whatever angle is, but the inside of I guess it'd be the outside angle. Bottom whatever angle that is. So in this case, it'd be bottom right.
Yep.
That helps it stick. because as soon as it hits the ball, it wants to stop.
Because then it's going to reverse. So
Right.
it's the same. Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
idea. But the top spin is so much easier. Jeremy Jones was the one that from.
Really?
Yeah.
So Pope got a little weird on this 15. So there is a shot here. He is a bit straight. Well, if he can cheat this pocket, he could draw one rail straight back. You know, we have this. Let's utilize this thing. He draws one rail straight back
Do it,
this
Kenneth.
way.
Exactly what he's doing.
Did he get there?
He
Did he get there?
He did.
He got there.
He did. It's obviously not the greatest shot in the world.
No, but you know
But-
what? I mean, there's two things. You can go for the shot and play pocket speed. You might get a bit lucky and leave Joey either a kick or a bank shot.
Yeah.
But Pope's like everybody keeps talking. Pope's aggressive. He's gonna go for this.
Yeah. He's definitely going for this. Wait. I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. I saw it. I knew it. This happened to Eugene in the magic pit. Oh my god.
Oh,
He
man.
can make this though. I mean,
It's
this
a
is
makeable
horrible
shot. It's
But
this is one of those shots that when I was a low ranked player, it scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Because
your
for
opponent.
me, this is a scratch shot every time. I put left English on it, it scratches in the bottom left corner. I put right English on it, somehow it reverses and goes to the bottom left corner. Or I put too much right English and I scratch to the top bottom right corner. You know? I could put just straight, just straight top. Whatever, but let's just see what happens here.
Thank you, Caleb. Oh, you missed it.
Did you miss it?
completely.
Oh no.
You know what though? I got to be honest. Like I can't really. That was a tough shot.
That was absolutely a tough shot.
Vincent.
Wow.
That was super lucky. Let's be honest. That was super lucky for Pope.
Yeah, I mean, he could have easily sold out that rack,
Yeah,
and he got
he
lucky.
should have.
He
should've
absolutely
sold out
should
that
have.
rack.
Yeah.
Um,
You know, that's what I was saying. Do you want to get really aggressive here?
Yeah.
You risk that scratch shot. I mean, you're gonna hitting it that hard. You're gonna go two rails back and forth. It's just a matter of controlling the cue ball and trying to get it to go in as straight a line as possible. But you also do want to put a little bit of insight on it to help guide that 8 ball into the pocket. So if it hits that rail, that corner, that titty, it'll just plop right in.
Yeah.
Versus just hitting it and kind of rocking back and forth. The English on that shot is everything.
See, and I think if I'm gonna just put a little bit of right English on it, I might as well just put a lot of right English on it, and then I'm moving trying to bring it, just boom, boom.
I think you're a little
I
steep.
mean,
I think you're a little steep for that.
Huh?
I think you're a
Well,
little
but
steep
you're
for
gonna
that.
hit the rail at some point.
I think-
and
I
you're gonna
think-
bring it the other way.
I think at best, if you use a ton of right English, because 8 ball is right here or so, and the cue ball is right here. If you use a ton of right English, you
Could've had a little bit
might
more.
end up right there.
which would have been
Would've
not
been
as
good.
ideal. Not
Well,
as-
actually, it wouldn't have been bad because if you hit this part of the rail and you come out this way, your 7 ball's there, or your cue ball's there, right?
Yeah.
So,
We'll
John
see.
Baca, I would have scratched. Yep.
I would have scratched. I would have scratched too, John.
I think the
All day.
majority of people in this chat would have scratched on that shot.
We're getting a lottery ticket for Pope tonight. We'll let him pick it out. All right. So recapping where we're at so far, Pope's taking a little break here. I feel like a lot of the issues that we've encountered so far with Joey taking this match away has been patterns.
Yeah.
The patterns, not when you can't get out, not trying to play safe early, or not getting those breakout balls taken out early.
Yeah. So like,
That's
what
where-
was it? Two games ago.
Yep.
When you had the 4 towards the bottom rail here, you had the 1 blocked by a 13, and your 7 ball kind of in a weird spot.
Yeah.
The last game actually seems so long ago.
Yeah.
don't make the 4-ball. Use the 4-ball. Play a good safety on it. Whether you got to bring that 4-ball up 2 rails to get it so you can break out the 8 or the 7 or whatever you need to do, or even get in a position to break out the 1-ball, and push the cue ball towards the short rail and try to leave it hooked on the 13.
Yep.
If you wait too long, you're allowing your opponent to have way too many balls on the table to get shape on just about everything. Thank you.
I mean,
If you leave your opponent too many balls on the table, oh no. I think this is where the frustration.
I think that was a little frustration.
Joey, you said, is very calm. I think he's starting to show just a little bit of emotion, a little frustration towards this game right now.
I think that last, the cue ball getting up there and the draws like that. But again, he needs to just reflect and be like, hey, I've had opportunities in every rack.
Yep.
I know how to shoot. I know how to play all these shots. I can win this.
Yeah. You just need to look at it and go, where can I take advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think pattern play definitely.
See, and if I'm Joey, I'm done. I see. Yeah, I don't know.
For Joey, definitely pattern play. Maybe start playing defenses when you have 5 balls on the table.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't need to run out every single rack. Especially now. So if you look at this rep, right? If Pope doesn't get out here, you have 6 balls left on the table. Granted, they're all spread apart, but if you can somehow find a good way to, I don't know, use the 13 to play safe. Maybe lock up one of Pope's balls.
Yep.
Use like the 14, push it towards a 3, make sure he can't make the 3 or something. Block a pocket.
The other thing too, Pope's going to be aggressive.
Right.
So knowing that your opponent is going to be super aggressive opens you up to all sort of opportunities for safety, right?
Yep.
It's like, hey, let's tease him a little bit, kind of like the push out 9-ball,
Yeah.
Let's leave a shot where they're low percentage, but they're going to go for it.
Right.
And then, hopefully you get that opportunity.
He's using a lot of top left English, come up 2 rails. Nope. I thought he was going to do that.
And this is that position where I'm like, well, what's the plan?
I would have used a little bit of bottom left English, hit it a little softer so you give yourself an angle for the 7-ball.
Look at this. He's cutting this in the top left.
Yeah.
Lord, what a shot.
He's going to use a lot of bottom left English here. Maybe not so much bottom, but just like a stun left. Get that cue ball to travel towards the rail so he doesn't scratch, and then come above. Oh, he did it again.
Oh, man. Yeah, Joey. He's laughing, but you can see the disgust on his face.
Yeah. Oh, man. When I played against...
All right, but this is where he needs to take his time, so he's getting right down. Take your time.
That's the aggressiveness. You know what, though? Not bad lead.
Not the worst. He's on the rail.
I don't think he gave him an angle on the 7. It's thin if he did. These guys are going to be swerving this or really throwing this ball. Yep, is he jacking up? He's jacking up a little bit. He's going to try to swerve around it. Oh, he hit it good.
See? Now this is where Joey needs to take his time.
Yep.
Because he's out all day here if he just stays patient. I don't know about you, but whenever I have a wide open rack like this, it helps me just be like, well, which shot do I hate the most out of all of these?
Right.
Like for me, it's rail shots.
Yeah, I'm taking this 11, rolling forward, taking the 15 next.
Yep.
And if I don't like it, then I have whatever. Oh, what ball was that? I don't know. Whatever.
See,
that
for
was,
me, this
13.
is perfect, right? I don't have to take some thin cut rail shot. I know that. I know if I just put this ball down, I've got a bunch of easier shots now.
Yep.
It just helps me mentally.
See, I wouldn't have played a stop shot there. I'm either choosing to draw this back, or I'm rolling it forward because I want to take one of these 2 balls on the sides first before I take this ball.
Yeah, but I think he's okay.
Should be okay. See, now you're leaving yourself a back cut on either ball.
Yeah.
Either ball you take here, you're going away from your angle. So if you take the 11, you're going to be going. The cue ball's going to be heading towards that top left corner pocket, or the 7. You're almost on the rail, so it's hard to get that draw shot that you want. If you take the 10 ball, you're not coming away from it as far, but you're heading towards the 8 ball.
Yeah, but I mean, I think you take the 10 here and just wrap around. Like it's not that bad, right? It's a pretty normal shot if you play a lot of rotation.
Yeah.
I mean, the 11's fine too, actually, from here.
Yeah.
Right.
You want to make sure you hit a lot of top right on this. Try to give yourself kill that angle. See, and I knew you'd be running into the 8 ball there. Unless you put high right on it to kill the angle, you're going to be running into that 8 ball. So now you're forced to take the 11.
Oh, he's got back. Wow.
I wouldn't back cut this.
I wouldn't back cut this.
I'm playing this with a stun, but I'm hitting it hard. So this is where this comes into play. I'm taking the 11 top right corner, stun it into the left top, just above the side pocket, into the rail, and bring that cue ball out to center table. And that right there can sell at the rack.
Well, I was. If he had the angle where he was going to go into the 8, I'm surprised he didn't take the 11 to start with.
Yeah.
Just, you don't want to bump anything with wide open table.
Yep. So Pope's just going to play a stop shot, take his medicine, back at the 8 ball.
All right.
Pope needs 2 to win. Joey's still sitting at 3 with 5 to go.
And again, it's one of those. It's not over.
Yeah.
I think the play was 15, then 10. You mean? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like I said earlier.
Right.
I'm taking one of those side pockets first.
Yeah.
Because that's the situation you're going to end up with. You don't. Whatever 2 balls are closest together, eliminate one of those sooner. If you have a duck somewhere, don't take the duck. Eliminate one of those 2 balls first, because you never know where you're going to end up, per se, unless you're Shane Van Boning, on where you're going to leave that cue ball. I mean, if you leave yourself just slightly imperfect, it can throw off the rest of your run.
Yep. I mean, you make a great point.
I mean, you have 2 balls that go into the same pocket. Take one of them, then come to the corner, then you go back to the side. Always find, if you have 2 balls going into the same pocket, unless you have a straight draw shot where you can draw it back and then take the same pocket again, always try to take one ball into the side, then do another ball and get yourself a better angle to get back to that same pocket, or however it works. I mean, if you need to go 3 rails out and take it to a different pocket, whatever it needs to.
Yeah, I like the start of it, right? Take that 13, take that 15, and you're right. Take one on the side would have been a little bit better.
I just think you have a higher chances of running out that rack versus saving 2 balls that are close together that essentially go into the same pocket, and that's all you're looking at is taking it into the same pocket.
If he wouldn't have been on the rail, he would have been fine. Right?
Yeah.
Like if it wouldn't have been on the rail, those 2 balls would have been easy from there.
Yeah, because you could have drew it out, stunned it to the over the rail, come out. You could even use more rails on when you're locked up on the rail. It definitely becomes harder.
That's one thing that I've been told recently is if you think you're going to land on the rail,
wow, that is
not
a great break from Pope. It is dry and everything's locked up on this left side of the table, top left side of the table. One of my favorite things I was taught a long time ago is the easiest shot is not always the best shot.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true.
And once I learned that, a lot of things opened up for me. Now I started missing a lot more often because I started looking at, okay, like you said, I don't like this shot, so I'm gonna go for it.
Yep. That's true. One thing I will say though is if you're Joey, the worst luck of these racks is going to be okay for you because it's going to slow Pope's momentum down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's all you really can do right now.
See,
try to claw your way back.
So from Joey's perspective here, he stripes. How are you going to get your 15 out? This is the only thing you're looking at right now.
Well,
you have four balls
here's
left
where
on
you
table.
knock the 9, roll it out a little bit, and try to
Is
get
that
down
the
to
9 ball?
the top
That is the 9.
short rail.
Yeah.
You know, because he's not going to have much at that point.
No, if he makes us 14, what's the plan?
Okay.
What's the plan?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was thinking you would play safe from there on the 9. I didn't realize he was going for it. Wow.
Best
That's
case
gonna be
scenario,
tough
he
from
hits the 9-15, pushes the 15 in front of the side pocket. You don't
Agreed,
want to hit this
agreed.
shot too hard.
You know what? Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. I wish you would hit it a little bit harder. I mean, obviously, you're treetop, so
you're
he
jacked
couldn't
up.
control it too much.
Yeah, you're jacked up, going for a kick shot,
Yeah.
trying to still control the cue ball.
I think he hit it good. He hit it good.
I agree with you, Andrew.
All right. I don't know. I mean, I guess
4 on the side. You're going to break out your 6 and 3 ball here, unless you're going to draw at least into the 3.
at this point, I like Pope getting out from here.
Oh.
All right. This is what Joey needed.
But you know what?
You got to play safe from
Pope
here.
knows right here that didn't hurt him. Because Joey's got 4 balls, and 2 of them are left up to each other.
True.
I mean, if you're Joey...
Yeah, you're right, Andrew. He definitely should have done that.
So, and this goes back to what Andrew just said, right? Take this 12 ball, but don't call it. Call it safe. Back cut it and leave the cue ball behind the 2 ball on the short rail, just right at the bottom. I wouldn't go for it. Again,
You can see the ball.
You have to look at the out as
It is not just for fun, Bobby. They're playing for $1,000.
yeah. You know, look at what's the promise. You need a promise after you make a ball. If you don't have the promise, don't go for it. Play the safe.
All right.
Oh, he just missed it. And again, but his balls are still locked up. If you're going to go for that safe, you hit that a little bit harder. Try to at least spread them out a little bit more so you can make the 9 on the next inning or whatever you need to do. Pope's going to run into this 10 ball.
Pope's been making some mistakes the last few racks, too. He's had some bad patterns.
He's going to play top, come off the rail, and come back for the 1.
Hey, Bobby, how's it going?
What's up, Bobby? I know Pope wants to take this combo.
I think he does too. But
I'm not sure I like it because the 6 might drift towards the 8, unless you whack it hard.
yeah, you're right, Andrew. But I mean, even from here, the last shot, the 2 to get where he's at right now, like, I'm not sure what the plan was.
Okay, that was the best case scenario right there. He hit it good.
Still got a tough shot.
Yeah, well, he still left Joey's balls tied up still. I mean, the 9 doesn't pass the 10.
But he's got some ducking opportunities, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he does.
If he gets another opportunity, the way the balls are sitting now, it's a lot better than before for playing safe.
Yeah, if I'm Pope, I'm playing safe with this 3. I don't want to touch that 1 ball and bring it up. Wow, he could see it. I didn't think he could see it.
I can't either. I mean, this is where it's like getting to that 8 ball. You want to be a little bit meticulous in how you think about.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming you're shooting the 6.
Yeah, he's gonna play a stop shot or a stun. Just try to bring it pretty parallel so you can play 1 rail to the off the 3. You try to get just above or just below the 9 there. Maybe not even that hard. He might just try to come center table with it. You just want to make sure he does not hit this too hard. He's putting some outside on it. Don't hit it too hard.
Yeah, see, that's where I was saying you got to be a little. I would figure he was coming to the center table.
No.
But
you know what? I mean, there's 2 opportunities here. You could either be really aggressive here, try to jump it, try to kick at it, whatever you want. I mean, Pope's a great kicker.
I almost like just doing
But
something with Joey's balls.
That's what I was going to say is
Yeah.
the second defensive option would be push that 10 up on the 9-15, just right in the center there.
Yeah. Oh, you almost nailed it too. Man, he is a making balls
That
machine.
would have been some fire right there.
Yeah, we would have been fire for days.
But see, now if you're Joey, don't do this.
Play safe.
Don't do this. Push your 9 towards the center pocket and leave the cue ball between the 15 and the 10 ball. Oh, he just called safe.
That was smart.
Okay, yeah.
That was smart. I tell you what, I wish you could have got where he can't kick one rail at the 8.
Well, you know what? Even then, Pope has to make this, otherwise Joey's out.
Yep.
I mean, he's got to be thinking about it that way because now he just eliminated the one ball that's blocking that corner pocket.
Agreed.
So even if Pope touches, best case scenario, Pope hits the 8 ball on the opposite side of the corner.
He's going the same shot again. I want to see him make it. Oh, I was rooting for him.
So the first time he was too short, second time he was too long.
All right. This is
This game's for Joey now.
Yep.
I mean, which one of these two do you prefer first?
I like the 15. You just
The rail
stun over
first,
a
yeah.
little bit. It's not,
I do too.
just a light stun. But again, I hate those rail shots, so I'm always taking those as early as possible.
Yep. Back cut on the 9 here. Just bring them across table.
You know what? That's okay. I like that when you kind of like get all that emotion out in your stroke.
Get your frustration out.
Just
but
smash it in.
But make sure you're still in control.
Yep.
It's okay to let some frustration out, hit some balls hard, but be in control. Do it to where you're still in control of it.
And he hits it pure. That was a great shot.
Yep. So again, going back to it, this is where Joey can shift the momentum. Play the defense.
Yep.
Play the defense.
Yep. And he did, right?
He did.
Exactly. See, and maybe now he's looking at that and going, well, shoot, once I started playing a little bit of defense, I won a rack.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll start doing that more often.
I mean, that rack was all of Pope's.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely. That was, the pattern, right? That when you come off the 3, you wanted to get to the center, so you didn't want to get to a place where, you were going to come back all the way to the long rail.
Right. And that's I think that's where Pope just made the mistake again. I mean, he did it a couple times tonight. He just overhit a ball trying to get perfect shape, and he doesn't need to. If he brings that cue ball out just to center table, he's going to make that cut shot every time.
Now, do we know, do 8s count on the break? Did anyone make that ruling? Or
I don't think anybody made the ruling. I'm going to say no.
No.
That's
because it's rack hero.
Typically not Pope style.
Okay.
He wants to play the whole rack. You play him in 9 ball, there's no 9 snaps. There's no really 9. You're running the rack.
Yep.
Same with 10 ball. If you make the 10 ball early, you spot the 10. So I'm assuming same thing. There's no early 8 snaps or anything like that.
I get that.
Okay, so it looks like Joey now is taking a little bit of a break. Probably a little bathroom run. But you know what? This is where the momentum can shift.
I agree. And it was smart of Joey to take a little break here.
Yep.
Go to the bathroom, recuperate.
Come back for
he only
refresh.
needs 4 games.
Right.
Don't forget, when we started this out, he knocked out 2 games like it was nothing.
Right. All of a sudden, he only needed to go to 6.
Right. Then it's a 2-2 game at that point, and anybody can win, as our Saturday Night 9-ball tournament proves.
So no snaps. So there's no snaps. You either can respot the 8 ball. You can take a look at the rack. If you like the rack, you can spot the 8 ball, or you do have the option to re-rack and snap it and break it again. If you don't like the rack, if there's too many balls tied up, nothing looks good, you can easily just re-rack it and re-break.
And those are just so dependent on the rack.
Yeah.
Like there's never like a rule, it's just how you feel about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to get some of these LEDs, man.
I actually have some of that. I put them on the back of the TV.
So I've been looking at those. They got the ones that change colors.
Yeah, and I have the same setup. These guys, I just glue them to the back of the TV.
You like
turn
it?
them on here, dude. It's a nice little backlight. It's pretty cool for like at night when I'm watching a movie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I like this. All right. Man, he's hitting the break so good too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Joey is hitting the break really good.
Yeah. You know what though? You know what you noticed? I don't know if you've noticed this. The last 3 breaks he's had, he's controlled the cue ball a little bit more.
Yeah. He's not drawing it back to the rail and out again.
Definitely brought the cue up a little bit, not drawing it as much. It's coming back, just not as much.
I agree. Yeah, Jeff. I mean, I keep harping on this, but like Joey is one of the most calm and collected players I've ever seen. You know, like I never see him like throw a tantrum like most players, or everyone's got that, but Joey he's just calm and collected all the time.
Well, it's really funny. You know, I see a lot of kind of two different types of players. Either you're the type that we'll just use these two as an example.
Yeah.
Joey, calm and collected, even under pressure, even when he's losing, whatever the case may be, he doesn't let his frustration out.
Yeah.
Pope, on the other hand, good or bad, he's a very emotional player.
Yeah.
Very emotional player. I mean, he will. If he misses a shot, he'll let you know that he missed that shot. You know what I mean? But if he makes a shot, makes a good shot, makes a clean shot, he's all excited, he's pumped, like he lets it out. I make a good shot, I'm like, yay! You know what I mean? It's a very quick celebration for me.
It's funny because emotional players sometimes that can be the best way. I mean, like, I don't know if you ever watch Tony play a lot, but man, when he gets his emotions hyped up, like watch out.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
The freight train is coming. I've watched it a million times. And some players, like Joey, if they started showing emotion, they're just going to fall apart.
Right.
You know, they have to stay their cool, calm, collected.
You have to do whatever is right for you.
Yep.
If you're a cool, calm, collected player, play that way.
Bierman, in the chat, he's another one of those. I rarely see him get super frustrated. He's super calm and collected most of the time.
Every now and then, I know he's watching, but every now and then it peaks out.
Every now and then, but it's rare.
It's
pretty rare.
I like to consider myself. It's rare for me. Every now and then it does happen, but it really depends on how. For me, it depends on how my night's going. You know, if I'm shooting really good and I miss a couple balls here and there, especially a key shot, I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
I wish I could take that one back. But if I'm just missing everything left and right, oh man, that'll get under your skin real quick.
What about you, Andrew? I never. You know what? You're a lot like Bierman. I never really see you get frustrated. Well, sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah, this isn't directed to Andrew, so don't take it this way. I'm this way too, but it all depends on how many beers we've had that night too.
That's correct, Dave. There's nothing you can do about it. Just you got to handle your emotions however you handle them and just move on.
Yep.
All right, so if you're Pope here, man, I tell you.
Definitely made it a little bit harder on yourself. If that one ball goes, I don't mind taking it now. If it doesn't, then you really got to play this with precision. Make the 2 and come up just on the right side of that 10. Don't bump those 2 balls. The last thing you want to do is bump those 2 balls. Perfect. He's gonna get bad. But you know what? He's got the bank into the side. It's a back cut, and he could bring that cue ball up 2 rails. We have the drawing thing. We're not using this enough.
We're not.
Bring the cue ball up this way into this pile and try to get something here.
What about just thinning off the 6 coming behind the 3? Or hitting the 3,
He's going to look to play safe.
All right.
Andrew. Yep.
All right, if you're Joey here, what are you looking to do? I kind of like just button up table.
You know what? This is where I'm playing the safe, right? I'm hitting this 10 ball as full as I can and just making sure that 10 ball rolls up on the rail.
Yep.
The cue ball is going to naturally roll a little bit forward, but you want to make sure it stays still behind the 14.
The thing. Let's say you hit it a little thin. Doesn't matter which side you hit it on, you're going to be okay.
No, he played that perfectly.
That was to perfection. See? I'm telling you, Joey can get back in this real quick.
You're forcing Pope's hand here. I mean, Pope's a great kicker. I mean, this dude can kick the hell out of any ball. It doesn't matter where it is on the table. Other than the 8 ball. If it's on the side rail like that, maybe not. But, I mean, Pope has really good instincts when it comes to kicking. With that said, where is he going to go? If he tries to go for the 6 in either the corner or the side, I think it scratches in the opposite one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, what you're trying to hit here, I kind of like going off the left long rail and trying to go at the 1.
Yeah, I kind of like trying to hit this 1 too.
Just because you're not going to do any damage.
If you, depending on what side of the 1 ball you hit.
I mean, that works too.
That works.
I mean, my biggest fear is that you would do something to make that 15-13 makeable.
Right. Well, that's why I said if you hit the left side of the 1 ball coming at that angle, you may disturb that group of balls, and you don't want
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah,
If you're
exactly.
Pope.
Yeah.
If you're Joey, you're like, please
If you're
do
Joey,
that. Please do
it.
that.
Yeah. No, exactly, right? If you're Joey, you're like, let's see what you can do, Pope. Make it easy on me. So here again is a situation where it's like you're not getting out from here.
Right.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I
I agree with you.
play it safe, and the safe is tough here because
There is an aggressive shot. You can put some bottom left English on this ball and just attack it.
just rip it.
Just rip it.
Yeah.
Bottom left English come into the rail, rip this thing, come into that pile, and just try to disturb it.
I'm gonna tell you,
I think that's what he tried to do.
he did not hit it that bad. He hit it pretty good. Missed it a little bit, but I tell you what,
I think the combo's
if
there.
he would have made that, he would have had a great opportunity.
The combo, the 5-3 combo is there.
It's tough.
It is tough. It's thin. It's very thin. Didn't quite get there. He scratched.
He did. So are you? I mean, this is a tough rack.
So
So
if you're-
got all these balls over pockets. You got to get out here, right?
Yep. So if you're
13,
Joey,
15.
I was actually going to start with the 15.
Yep.
Draw back for the 13. Even if you have to use the rail, use the rail. The rail is your friend. A lot of people like to think it's not. They want to just try to play clean. Just use the rail. It widens your angle, no matter
Not only
what
that,
you're
you
doing.
let your stroke out a little bit because you can come to the rail and out.
Yeah.
You know?
You
So
just understand that the rail's going to slow down that ball.
yeah.
I mean, unless you're putting some kind of spin on it where it's going to grab and take off, that's different. But if you're using just top, middle, bottom, the rail's going to slow your cue ball down. So I like taking the 15 here, all the way up. You draw.
I like stunning a little bit over, but
I like drawing. I used to,
Yep.
like I said, use
that's
the rail.
fine too. Yeah.
You know, if you get weird, you still have the possibility of the 11.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's trying to use the rail. And you know what? He
Just
nails
like
it.
that, dude.
Nails it. Let's give him some fire here.
Just like that.
I mean, this is a runnable rack at this point.
Yes. See, so now if you're Joey, again, this comes into two plays here, right? He's looking at the 11 as the next ball. I don't mind it, but how are you going to get to the 9? The 9's blocked. You have to be behind the angle.
Gotta be honest.
I would not mind drawing this ball back one more time, depending on the angle you have here. It looks like he's on the outside of the angle, so you may not be able to draw back as clear as you want for the 9.
I mean,
But I like drawing the cue ball back. Try to take the 9 in the side. If you can get to the shape to get the 9 in the side, you're going to come off that long rail and leave yourself the 11 in the side, and then you're out.
The only thing I'll say about that is if you're under a lot of pressure like that, that 9 ball on the side is not the shot you want to take.
True.
You know what I mean?
Well, everything comes down to your comfortability with every shot that you take. I think he kind of forced his hand. He has to take the 9 ball.
But he's from where he's at here, I like it a lot better than what I was expecting, because now he can come and he can just kind of loop around for the 11 in the same side. You know, that's what I would do.
Yeah. He's going to look at the 9 all the way down, which, you know what? If he does, he could bump the 8
Do
out
what you're
of there.
comfortable with. It's
Yeah.
a tough shot either way.
Right.
Do whatever your first instinct is.
Go with it. Yeah.
Do it.
Don't second guess
overthink
yourself.
this.
Because as soon as you go, do I go side? Do I go
Yeah,
bottom?
yeah.
I'm not quite sure. And then you're going to hit the second diamond every
Believe me,
time.
your body knows what it's more comfortable with, and it's what goes to your mind the first time.
I would not mind taking this 9 all the way down because there's actually a chance you can bump the 5 and the 3 and hopefully open up that pocket for the 8 ball if you get down to it.
Yeah.
Or you put a little bit of left English on it. You could bump the 8 ball itself. Try to bump it out of there.
He's looking at going all the way down.
Yep. I think he's more comfortable with that kind of cut shot than he is. Oh, he's bank. Did he call the bank? Or did he?
No, he called.
Oh,
it
he
down
did.
tape.
Okay. It looked like he
I
reversed
don't
for a
like being
second.
a little jacked up like that.
I didn't even see the bank. The bank's actually not a bad shot either.
I like being a lot flatter on a shot.
See, second diamond. Second diamond every time.
But he had an elevated cue. I was surprised by that. I mean, I would want to be as flat as possible for a shot that difficult. All right, not bad.
All right. So from here, what's your out? Do you take the 6, 5, 1,
I'm
8?
leaving the 6 there as my key ball. So I'm taking the 5 and just coming up, or coming,
I'm
to the right.
You know what? I don't mind
long
that.
rail.
I'm using a lot of left English. A lot of left English come out 2 rails.
That's fine too. Yep.
But Pope's really good at getting onto the side pockets. I don't know what it is. He's really good at getting onto the side pockets there.
Did it good. Good. I like overrunning this.
So
You know, I'm
here's the
not trying to get
problem,
perfect.
right? This is where Pope's speed has to come into play. He wants to make sure he comes up. Don't get blocked by the 11.
Wow, I'm surprised he came at that angle. I thought he
See?
would go more towards the rail.
Does he have enough?
I think he does. I mean, he got right down, so he must.
All right. I'm going to give him a little bit of fire. He ran that
He did.
to perfection for that 8-ball.
Did a little scary at the last
Yeah.
last shot there, but
Yeah. So Pope's on the hill. Joey broke first. They're trying to figure out whose break it is. It's 10-4. We're on the 15th game. It's Joey's break. It's Joey's break. They couldn't figure out who was supposed to be breaking.
all right. So this is where you remember Joey's had a couple of those scratch breaks. This is where you can't do that this time.
Yep.
You cannot scratch on this break.
Yep. All right. Yeah, Jeff. After playing with Pope long enough, you kind of understand when he hits a ball too hard. When
I'm actually really surprised he came at the 11.
I knew he was going to. I just knew also that he might hit it a little too hard. He left himself perfect on it to make that shot clean. I mean, I don't think he hit a throat or anything.
No, he didn't.
So it was just enough. But I mean, there was that little bit of that creeping.
Yep.
You know, you're watching the cue ball travel up like that, and you're going, "Oh no!" And then you get down, you're like, "Oh, okay, we're good." Oh, he went top with that. Did he make something? Did he make something? No.
He didn't. But I think that was his best break yet.
Yeah, by far. I mean, for Pope, this is a runnable rack. I don't mind. Yep, taking the combo. Call solids. If you take solids on this, you're out. He's gonna look at the 5, draw back again. Cannot draw back too far. If he draws back too far, he still has a shot. But he's really wanting to get on this 4 ball for the side. He's using top. I like that call better. Yep, he's trying to get on the 4 ball. He's going to stun over, either give himself the option for the 3, I think is what he's wanting to take next, but he's going to look at this, trying to see if he can maybe, if he gets bad shape, he has the 1 or the 7, but he's going to try to get on this 3 ball.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is Buxton Fargo it really knows what they're doing, right? As much as people complain about it, they have a lot of data to back up what they're saying. When we were in BCA in February, they had a graph of like the 6,000 players that played based on their Fargo, how they played, and it was literally a perfect bell curve. Yeah, they know what they're doing.
So he's gonna see. I don't like taking the 3 ball because you might end up behind the 10 if you hit it too hard. You're probably not, but you may get a weird angle here.
Yeah, that's true, Jeff. Half the games could have went to Joey, and this ain't over yet.
I mean, Pope's on a table run here, so he's going for the 2 ball because he doesn't like the angle he gave himself for the 7. He's gonna put some top English on it, try to come back above it.
It ain't over yet.
Yep. But now this is a very runnable table for Joey.
Very runnable.
I mean, the 10, a little weird. That's about it. You can knock out the 10
I
down.
like starting with the 9.
So do I. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the 10 is probably, you have to knock the 14 in before you go for the 10. The 10 does go on the side. I mean, the 10 has options. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I'm just looking at it from a straight standpoint, closest pocket.
Yeah.
Take the 9, float this in. Even if you do come a little hard like that,
all right, you're fine.
Take the 15 on the side. You don't like your angle, take the 15 on the side.
Do whatever is easiest at this point, right?
Yep.
Like when you're under a lot of pressure like that too, don't be trying to do crazy.
Yep. If you have the angle, use the one rail. Go below the 7. Just come back out. Try to stun it.
That's correct, Travis. 100%. I agree with everything you're saying.
So if I'm Joey, I'm taking this 13, just kind of playing it.
I'm hitting it. I'm hitting it to come down table.
I'm hitting it to come above the 15. Because if worst case you rattle this ball, you want to leave that cue ball in the object ball in the pocket.
Perfect.
Yep, that's about as best as you can get that. Now you got the 14.
I like Joey getting out from here.
Yep. You got the 14. I'm probably just stun this over for the 12 ball. I'm not trying to get onto the 10 just yet.
That's okay too.
Yep.
Now just come down by the first diamond.
Joey's looking at it going, all right, what do I want to go for next? I don't mind taking this 15 now because then you leave yourself a natural angle to get from the 10 to the 12. Problem is, it depends on your comfortability with long shots.
And I always like zones. I do.
See,
That was a
I
feature
don't
of
like
these.
taking this 12 ball.
He's all right.
Yeah, that worked out.
I think at this point I'm definitely just taking the 15. Just because
I'm not.
if I get anywhere here, I got a huge area to get.
Well, the
to.
problem is with how thin you have to cut this 15. And for as thin as it
Is
is,
it that thin? It
yeah,
don't look that thin.
you may be running into the 7 and end up hooking yourself. That's the only reason.
See,
why I
now
don't
you
like
got
it.
to really, work the cue ball.
Just a little drawback. And take that 8 ball into the top right corner.
See, I don't know.
And that was
That was the worst luck in the world right
that
there.
was unlucky.
Oh my god.
So Pope
Well, I mean, this is
it's not easy because
it's not the easiest.
You have to play it off the rail and come out at least a little bit, an inch or two. It's gonna leave you a back cut for the 7. No, he just decided to attack it,
Just
draw it
rip
back.
it, yeah.
But this is Pope's favorite shot. He's gonna take the 7 into the side.
super thin, or is he going to the side?
No, he's going into the side. He's gonna play a little stun, maybe a little stun follow, and come off one rail and leave the cue ball for the 8 ball on the side. Wow, he hit that a lot harder than I was expecting him to.
I think he's all right though.
Yeah. Standard pull shot.
All right, that's
And
it,
that's
folks.
the game.
So 11-7, we'll say.
Yep.
Because of the 3 games on the wire. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this match.